Hang on, Shelley. Let me start the show.
All righty.
Oh, never mind. The show's already started. So what I want to do is say welcome to Shelley Fisher, also known as Shelley Funny, Old Fart, New Start. You can see her YouTube channel on YouTube, and it has been hugely popular. So we're so happy to have Shelley here tonight with us. And so, Shelley, why don't you go ahead and tell us a little bit about how you started your channel and anything else you want to share.
Well, let's see. I gotta lower this. My phone is just wisping away over here. I think it's people going to my channel or something and doing stuff. I started my channel. Let me see. Oh, well, I was talking to Chico, and he did his channel, and he was like, you really should start a channel. You're very funny. You're very personable. This and that. And I was gonna wait until I got on the road and whatever else I was gonna be doing. And then it dawned on me, just seriously, like I said in the first video, you wait for just the right minute. You wait until the right minute to get married, to have kids, till your hair comes out just perfect, And I was just like, you know what? I might as well just start right now because I kind of needed a push as well. So I just started my channel. That's it. Oh, and I didn't have equipment. So that was another thing that held me back. But I started videoing. Videoing? Is that a word? Filming. I started filming. Marty Scorsese and we sat and we just discussed, and I started filming. I know. He said, yes, you're quite the personality. So no, I started filming with my camera, and it was pretty good quality. So I learned. I didn't realize how much I knew about computers. So I started doing some stuff, and I downloaded Microsoft Movie Maker for free.
Yep.
And that I was able to at least do some editing, and that helped. I wish I could have like an editor for my life, and edit out the baloney and the bad stuff.
Hey, Shelley, hang on. Let me just ask if Devin or John would go ahead and post a link to your YouTube channel in the chat. And Shelley, you got to tell us about this new look. I mean, it's fascinating.
Oh, do you like?
Love it.
Well, you know what? It's like every winter I kind of like let myself go because I'm in the house, because like, why bother? You know what I mean? So after winter, I do my kind of spring cleaning. You know what I mean? And this was part of it. I went to Angie. I have to wait for her to come here because she used to live in Las Vegas. Now she lives in LA, and she goes between, So I have to wait for her to come here. And last time she was here, I missed, and my hair really grew out. This time I went, and I'll bring like 3 or 4 pictures. I'm like, I want this front and this back and these sides, and we kind of put something together. But this time I was like, Ange, I want this, but I want some length. And she started cutting. I'm like, Ange, I want it. She goes, it'll be good. It'll be okay. You'll be all right. I'm like, and then when she was done, I'm like, Ange, I have nothing in the back here. I wanted stuff in the back. She's like, oh, I misunderstood. So I kicked her ass, and she understood, because
I gotta tell you, Kelly Sure 1015 just posted in the chat. She's like, I've been binge watching Shelley's videos. I love the hairdo.
Thank you. It was really easy to do. She showed me how to do this little snappy thing with your fingers, and I just flat ironed and poked, and I was like, look, as long as I don't look butch, okay?
You look wonderful. So let me ask you this. How are you going to manage this hairdo in the rig?
It was so easy to do, I guess I just have to put the generator on for a little bit just to, flat iron it. And then I just poke. I just pull, and, it's okay.
Flat iron. You're the only RVer I know that's going to bring a flat iron with them.
And 29 pairs of shoes.
I know.
Let me tell you something. Today, I really had an epiphany, a revelation and an epiphany. I spent all day loading the coach, okay? And when I got to my shoes is when I really got excited, because they were all summer shoes and sandals. And I'm like, damn, I am never going to see another winter again. And the next time I put on these beautiful sandals, I'm going to be away from here. I was so excited just looking at this one pair of shoes. I'm like, yay! Do you understand that? Isn't that weird?
Yes, it is.
How's
Very much.
the lighting? Is the lighting okay?
You're perfect. You're perfect.
Oh,
I'm
stop
just,
it. Stop it. So are you.
oh, stop it.
Sydney
All
Cup.
right. So that one's been done. Sydney Cup.
Got my Sydney Cup. Oh, and a bottle of water. Because I don't want to end up in the hospital again, okay?
No. Shelley,
No.
tell us, Tellus asked the question, have you ever worked as a comedian in Vegas or not? Because you're so funny.
Yes. I actually do a little bit of stand-up comedy. And when I get on the stage, I go by Shelley, F is her. Do you get that? Shelley Fisher, F is her. Yeah, it's like a little puzzle that you can put together while you're waiting for your short stack at IHOP, you know? Shelley, F is her. Like will.i.am from the Black Eyed Peas. So yes, and you can actually go on YouTube and look up Shelley Fisher, and there is some of my comedy there. But it's been a while, and I'm gonna get back. Me and Angie had a little chitter chat. So
Well, you're going to get into that a little bit later, so we don't want to give away everything yet. So
okay.
let's get into the RV, and because I had the opportunity to host with Luke Capasso, and Luke's a funny guy, man. I love him to death, and it was my first time hosting, so I was a bit anxious, but the Russian beer did help. But so I guess I get to host with the comedians, which I love because I get to laugh all night. So tell us about how you got yourself into the rig and what your travel plan is and what's going on with you.
Okay. Well, I really did. I always wanted to live in an RV. That was my plan when I was 18 years old, was going to get an RV. But for one reason or another, I always got talked out of it, like, oh, it's not safe, or, what are you going to do if this happens? You're not mechanically inclined. So I really kind of got talked out of it. But I was always the type of person that, I would say other people vacation, I move.
Right.
Right. I never really wanted to go and experience the tourist life in places. I wanted to go and experience what the locals experience, and live that way. So I did. I moved around a lot, and I spent a lot of money on UPS, shipping my stuff here and there. And I don't know, one thing led to another. I wound up settling down. I lived a lot of places. I lived in California, I lived in Texas, I lived in Florida. And when I was in Florida, the family said, we're selling the house and moving to Vegas. I'm like, well, Vegas is warm. I'll friggin' meet you there, So I wound up here and just wound up staying because I got such a good job. Vegas is like the ghetto, It's like I found a job with such great money that I couldn't leave. I was like tied to here, it was like a ball and chain. I became a bartender and I was making like $2 bills a night, and for me that was really good. So I wound up putting the RV aside and staying, and then meeting a guy and getting married and having a kid and getting divorced, full circle Vegas, And then
Did you get married at the Elvis Presley Chapel or something?
I actually did.
No, you didn't. No, you didn't.
It was so.
Hey, say hey to Meemaw. Meemaw's here.
Hey, Meemaw. Hi, Jay. Hi, Mac. Oh, they're so fun, so fun. I love the way that he introduced her. He goes, she's so ghetto. She's so hood. She's so hood. I love those two. Plus, they have a south wind as well, so we kind of exchange information. Hi, kids. Oh, and Mac is gonna paint the outside of my RV for me.
Let me tell you what, their RV is gorgeous, man. Did you see that thing? It's beautiful.
I haven't seen does he have newer pictures up now?
Oh yeah, it's a couple new videos. Meemaw, you guys are rocket. That is a beautiful paint job on that rig.
You can. I mean, when I saw the first draft of it, okay, and some people were going, "Oh, this is crap." I'm like, you know what? Relax, okay. Give this guy a little bit of slack. I knew that he was going to make it great. I'm reaching for my coffee.
They have a video up on the test drive of Meemaw, and it's beautiful, man. That thing is like sweet. Just driving down the road, you like see this huge picture of Superman, and I like, man, and my rig needs to get painted. I'm bringing my rig to Meemaw.
That's where I'm going too. Oh, that is so funny. Okay, so when I meet up with them, we got to do the Superman song. Superman, I want to be you. I want to be you.
Maybe Devin or John can find their link, Meemaw's YouTube link, and post it. That would be awesome. Or maybe Meemaw, why don't you guys post your link to your Facebook page so that people can see it, because it's pretty awesome, man.
I have to go and have to check out the channel. I haven't been there for a little bit. I've been really, really busy. You know, I've been like jumping around just a little bit.
You busy? Come on. What the hell you been doing? What have you been doing up there?
Well, in between bingo and buffets, you know.
Bingo and buffets. You been boondocking in the casinos again?
No, not lately. Like I said, I've really been packing and whittling through. Oh my God. It's so, I never thought that it was going to be so hard. Moving is one thing, to move from one place to another, but to downsize and have to leave that stuff behind and not be moving it with you.
Yeah.
That's hard. But I'll tell you what, I way overpacked, you know, as if I was going to the Bahamas or something, you know what I mean? I way overpacked. But I promised myself that 6 months down the line, I will, excuse me, friends, I will go through all of my stuff and downsize and get rid of things that I'm not using, you know?
Yes.
Okay.
We've got some questions coming through, but I can't seem to pull them up, but I'll pull them from the chat. Kelly shared 1015 says, Shelley, are you selling your house?
I'm up in the air about what's going on with the house right now. I was just gonna kind of walk away. I wasn't sure what was gonna happen, but now a friend of mine's mother is going to be staying in the house while I'm gone. So we'll decide, we'll all chat, we'll sit down. Maybe they're gonna buy the house. I'm not really sure. They might just rent the house and keep renting it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I'm not really sure on that yet. Plus, who knows? I might get rich by suing these radiator guys. You know what I mean?
Oh my God. Yeah. Oh, listen, there's another question for you, and we're going to get into the radiator and the HOA, but any tips on downsizing? That's from Joe Match. Jeez.
Oh my goodness.
John, fix the questions if you will. I can't seem to pull the questions up.
So you want tips on downsizing?
Yeah.
You know what? Right now, my mind is just still in flux over this downsizing thing, you know? All I can say is, really what I wanted to do was just grab things that I use and put in the rig and go. But that just didn't happen. Now also because I watched when you guys had somebody on the show, and I asked the question, how many towels did you bring? Okay, and that was John and Eric. And it made me realize that I have access to a washing machine right now, you know, which I won't have when I get on the road. So do I want to do laundry all the time? Or do I want to do laundry like once a month? So I'm bringing a lot of towels and lots of clothes and stuff so I don't have to do a lot of laundry. You know what I'm saying? And it's only me. I'll tell you what, when I went and I weighed this thing, I'm like, thank goodness I'm not twins. You know what I mean? With all the crap that I brought, I can't fit anybody else's stuff in here right now. You know what I'm saying?
Are you bringing dishes, clanky clank clank, or what are you doing?
I have 2 plastic dishes and a plastic platter, but right now I'm bringing a couple of glass plates because it sounds stupid, but I like to eat my food off of nice plates. And I went to Walmart. They didn't have any nice plastic plates. So right now I'm just bringing 3 nice plates, a platter, and some bowls and stuff, and I'll work with that. As far as silverware goes, I brought way too much silverware, so I'm going to bring some back because don't tell anybody, okay? But I have this affinity for when I go out to nice restaurants and I have a nice meal with a nice memory, I like to take the silverware home.
Oh, gee.
Not because I'm stealing it, not because I'm a klepto. It's like, oh gosh, I just have to remember this steak. I have to remember this restaurant or this really
I mean,
nice.
this is not like it's being recorded or anything, Shelley Funny. Irene's like, yes, you are a klepto.
I should just take pictures of silverware now with technology. You know what I mean? Take a picture.
Tell us as the police are on the way. Everybody else is like, oh, hide the silverware from Shelley.
But listen, you kids know me, so I'm just gonna say I'm scared. I'm scared. Whatever.
Forget about it.
Forget about it.
So Shelley,
New Yorkers don't really say that, by the way. You know.
Oh, they don't?
No, I don't think so. I think I've only heard that in the movies, and people portraying New Yorkers. I don't think I've ever sat in a room with my friends and heard somebody go, "Forget about it."
I'm from New York, I'm from upstate New York, though, so we never talk that way.
That doesn't count. If you ask a borough person, they go, "That ain't New York. That ain't New York."
We have some coffee and talk, so have some coffee talk.
We'll talk. We'll have coffee. We'll have sausage. We'll drink our coffee with a straw. A straw. But I'm gonna have a sip of my coffee now. What are you drinking tonight?
Nothing. I gotta go to the refrigerator and I gotta get something to drink. So can you just pontificate a little bit while I go get something to drink?
Okie dokie. What do you guys want to talk about? Well, while he's gone, I'll tell you that I am drinking caramel macchiato. That's right, caramel macchiato tonight. And there is nothing in my coffee unless I make an ass of myself. Then I'm going to lie and say it's brandy or something in there, okay? Let's see. How is everybody? That it's always nice to see you guys here. Who's here? I can't even see. I have to put on my spectacles. But I don't want oh, look, this is like, it's like tunnel vision. Like I'm looking into a mirror, looking into a mirror, looking into a mirror, because I could see all of this. Shelley's channel, thank you. I don't even see the questions coming up. How come?
That's because John says the questions are broken.
The questions are broken? So do we get them over here or something? They're broken. Broken questions. I don't know how do questions get broken. I don't know.
Yes, Serenity. It is. All right, so let's get back on task here because we're all excited to know about what you're doing. So we're talking about downsizing. So how much stuff you got left in the house? How much stuff you got in the rig? You already did. You went and weighed the rig. Mm-hmm. Why don't you tell us a little bit about all that stuff?
Oh, that was exciting because I wanted to see exactly where I was to see how much more stuff I could bring in, and it was really nice that a truck driver actually stopped and said, "Ma'am, you have to pull up," and gave me some instructions. I thought that was really nice, especially because I was in an RV, and to me, maybe RVs to trucks on the road are kind of like a nuisance, but I, knock wood, I consider myself a good driver, and I take into account the truck drivers who are on the road, and that the highways are like their office, So I always try to give them as much courtesy as I can. But it was great getting on the scale, and my RV put up a little fight. She's like, no, don't make me get on that scale now. Keep it away. I'm like, shut up, bitch, get on the scale. So I won't tell anybody, okay? We'll lie. So I had quite a bit more weight, and now I would say that I have maybe not even a quarter of my stuff left in the house. Okay, I think I'm almost all in here. Oh, except my food.
So Shelley, you know what? I think our format's going to be a little bit different tonight because the questions are broken. So what I think I'm going to ask the audience to do is, if you have a question for Shelley Funny from Old Fart New Start, call in. I'm going to unlock the seat. Go ahead and call in, and we can go ahead and talk to Shelley live. So
Nice. Nice.
yeah,
So you mean if they do that /Q, it won't come up? Can they ask questions without doing it?
it's not any good. It's not working. So I got RV Fat Cat calling in.
Ooh.
So we'll just go ahead and play it that way. So let's
exciting.
Let's change it up tonight, Shelley.
I'm ready.
Yeah, so while she's calling in, or while they're calling in, so when you went to weigh the rig, was that a rough thing to do, or was it easy to do?
No, it was really, really easy to do, because you know how I tell you about doing research and doing steps before you go to do anything? Assess. Remember I told you what I do is I sit back and I assess something and I look into it? That's what I did before I went. I did my homework to find out where the place was, exactly how I was going to pull around and everything. And I went and I went to the Valero place and I dumped my tank so that I would be weighing just what I had. And you just pull around and you get on the scale and everything goes really well. You push the button and they weigh you and you go in and they tell you how much you weigh. I would like to weigh each tire though, to see if I'm putting too much pressure. That's the next thing, is to go, like a couple of my subscribers, thank you so much, Mick and Keith, Alaska Motorhome, reminded me to check my nuts. And everybody, that's something you should live by. Everybody check your nuts, okay? Before you go anywhere, check your nuts. So I got to check my nuts and and check the pressure on my tires, which I do that once a month since I had a blowout. So
you did have a blowout?
Oh yeah. That was like a year and a half ago. That's actually how I got my torn meniscus. Remember my knee? Yeah. I was moving around just too much, and I could feel it. Everything in my body just like vibrated from my knee. When that was my knee and it all just vibrated. But yeah, I had a blowout. And thank goodness, I don't know what took over. Some kind of second nature or something took over. Instead of pulling to the left, I pulled to the right, which was the right thing to do, and right into a strip mall that was not even rented out yet. So I was able to stay there for a little bit until AAA came and helped me out. Oh, and that was a good thing too, because while I was waiting for AAA to come, I went through the paperwork from the previous owner, and you wouldn't believe, all the tires were bought at Discount Tire. So I called them from the rig and asked them, would you honor the warranty? They said, yeah. I went in there, they gave me 4 brand new tires. I had to buy 2. I thought that was a pretty good discount,
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, I paid for the extended warranty on all 6 tires, and then I went onto the internet and I looked for rebates, and son of a gun, wasn't there a rebate for the tires that I bought? I got a $50 rebate, and I only paid $400 for all 6 tires.
Wow.
I know.
That's sweet. Yeah.
And they got
exactly, Irene.
Yeah, they got the extended warranty and everything. So I'm pretty cool. Knock wood. I hope Discount Tire is everywhere.
Yeah, well, that's a good plug for Discount Tire for sure.
Oh yeah, I learned a lot about that.
So why don't we get into a little bit? Tell us a little bit about some of the repair challenges you've had with your rig.
Oh gosh,
well, tell us about your rig first. I don't think anybody knows what kind of rig you have if they don't watch your channel.
Oh, I have a 1994 Fleetwood Southwind Class A, and I just found out it's an H32, which means it's 32 feet. What should I tell you about it? You can always Google images and it'll show you all the pictures of my rig, and then you can go to my channel and see what I've done with it. I tow up the carpet and put down vinyl. I I'm sitting in, you hear this? I just want you to know that I'm in my RV here and I have the windows open because it's a beautiful night. So if you hear traffic going by, that's what it is, okay?
It's okay.
I took my couch out. I actually unbolted the couch and everything all by myself. Unbolted the couch and pulled this damn thing out all by myself and carried it into the house. I'm not kidding. And that's where it sat for, maybe about 4 or 5 months as I reupholstered, in between studying and doing papers and stuff for school, which I have to tell you actually turned out to be a very good thing that I took the couch out, because when it rained one day, I didn't realize I saw water coming down from the bottom of the window. And had I not taken the couch out, I never would have found that. And by process of elimination, by watching that water, it was actually where I had to go outside the rig and put some caulking or whatever on the top of the window. So don't assume, it's coming in through the bottom or what. You got to go out there and look and, follow the trail to see where it goes. And that's how I found that.
You know what? One of the funniest videos that I think you did, which to this day I still love, is the video where you say you found the secret space where you could pull your RV into and you were caulking your roof. And I'm thinking to myself, unbelievable how she's doing Dicor on her roof, and not Dicor, but a Turnabon. And it was so funny. Anyway, so why don't you tell us a little bit about that? How did you get that space?
Again, I'm gonna laud it to assessing, to sit back and say, okay, all right, I was shopping at Savers. Do you know what Savers is? It's a thrift store. Have you ever heard of Savers where you are, Pat?
No.
Okay,
no Savers here.
Savers, it's a thrift store. So I was shopping there one day when I first got the rig, and it started raining. And I said, I really like the sound of the rain in here. Let me sit and relax and enjoy it a little bit. And as I was in here, the windshield started leaking on the inside. Not like pouring in. It wasn't like a deluge or anything. It was just trickling in on the windshield. I'm like, oh shit, I have a leak. So then I had to think, okay, I never did this before. I thought about this for a while. Do I get the leak from the inside or from the outside? Anyway, I realized I had to get it from the outside. So I went and I talked to Affordable RV, who helps me with my RV stuff. They're a really good mechanic shop. So I went up there and they told me what to get. They said, yeah, I could see, you're going to want to do it out here. And they gave me the stuff. They had a half a tube of gasket sealant, so they gave it to me. So now I had to think, I put my ladder out there and I couldn't get up. I couldn't get high enough. I'm like, how the hell am I going to do this? I can't lean the ladder, it'll slip and I'll fall. I was thinking, is there anybody's house I could go to and park near the roof and get on the roof of their house and be able to do it? But I just kept thinking, I have to get up there. How am I going to get that high? And I used to take that little route to do as a shortcut to get to the 99-cent store. And I remembered that ledge, how high it was. And I said, oh, let me try back there. And that's where I went to do the gasket on the top of my windshield. So that big, long story, that was a long way to get to that, right? That's how I found it.
It's good though.
Yeah. So like I said, just sit and assess before you attack anything. Assess what has to be done so that you can put the least amount of stress on yourself, the least amount of, cause yourself the least amount of unsafety, and don't do any structural integrity degrading to anything. Look around and see how you can get around that before you attack anything like that. Okay.
Hey, listen, Just Peg said your hairdresser must have returned to Vegas. It looks good.
Thank you so much. She did. I just got it done the other day. And this is actually the first time that I did it. Remember I kept saying in the videos, oh, it'll be the great unveil on Friday? Do you remember that?
Yes.
Yeah. Well, that was just because I
Yep.
was lazy and I didn't feel like doing my hair or put any makeup on. So I'm not even going to show anybody myself.
All right. Irene wants to know, so how many pairs of shoes have you downsized to, Shelley?
29.
From what?
Oh my God. You don't even want to know.
Shelley,
Okay.
you're gonna get on the road and you're gonna be like, I don't need 29 pairs of shoes. You're gonna be like throwing them things out along. The shoes will be tossed out the window along the road.
Right? It'll be like a trail of breadcrumbs. You'll be able to find me. Oh, Shelley must be camped out here. Look at all the high tops. Look at
It's
all
the
the
bread
Converse.
pumps.
Oh, and then there'll be a pair of Birkenstocks. They'll be like, oh, her daughter must be with her.
Bread pumps, Birkenstocks. All right.
Do you know what Birkenstocks are?
Yeah,
Oh, okay.
I do.
Okay.
You could
That
tell
was a
people out there
gay
who
joke.
might not know what they are.
That's a gay joke. That's for the gay people out there. You know, because I love yous.
Listen, Lady Cash says, are you planning on using a generator or solar power, or will you be plugged in during your travels?
You know what? I'm just gonna play it by ear. Wherever I end up, if I'm boondocking, then I'm not really a huge power hog, you know. I got the LED lights. Whatever I need, I have my propane for my stove. If I'm at a campground, I'll be plugged into shore power and using that. If I'm at Walmart boondocking and I want to do my herd, I'm gonna have to turn the generator on. If I want to pot of
Yeah,
coffee,
with your straight iron, I suspect you probably will.
that's right. I'll have to do that, and damn it, I will. So eventually I'd like to get solar power, but right now as it stands, I'm not really an energy hog. You know, you drive around and it recharges your batteries. I'm okay with everything right now. You know what I mean? But I'm ready. Like I said, if I'm at shore power, I have my toaster oven that I'll plug in. If I'm boondocking and I want to cook, I have my stove, I have my microwave. And to tell you the truth, lately all I've been eating is like lots of fruit, salads, and rotisserie chickens from Walmart. So, you know. So
Oh, I wouldn't be counting on Walmart so much. I mean, at least in Florida, as you know, I launched my escapades, my great adventure this week. I think it was Thursday. I'm kind of lost at what day it is. Today's day 2.
today's
But
Friday.
my plan was to boondock at Walmart, and of course, I'm the crazy one. I call them and say, yes, hey, this is so and so. Wondering if you allow people to, park in your parking lot. They're like, no. I'm like, oh. Well, according to the Allstays Walmart app, you can park here and it's okay. And they're like, no, you can't. So I'm like thinking to myself, oh my God, where am I going to park this big rig? So, so I don't know how it is outside of Florida, but in Florida right now, especially right now with all the snowbirds here, woo, tough.
You know what? I think that's catching on here as well, because it used to be all the Walmarts were, boondock friendly. Now I go over near one on Decatur and Charleston, and it has the big signs, no overnight parking. And there was
Yeah.
there was a security guard in the parking lot. I'm like, is this for real, or is this, just make believe? He goes, no, this is for real. You can't do. I'm like, damn. All right. So Lowe's was it was like transitioning from the desert to the forest. You know what I mean? Like as you're driving, you don't even realize how you make the transition. I don't know how they designate. I went from Walmart to Lowe's parking lot, and that was okay. So I stayed there.
Yeah, Don says it's like a lot of times it's the municipality and not necessarily Walmart, and that's true. I've really found that, but I think it's tough. I mean, it's tough. I know that if you go into Walmart's and you don't ask, and then security comes out and says you can't park here. There's a couple questions, but yeah, let me see. Lady Cash says that it's turning the same way in Southern California. If you check the Walmart site, almost all of them in California are not RV friendly anymore.
Wow, I wonder
So,
what happened. I wonder why that is. Well, to get back to the municipality thing, I did go over to Boulder City one day, and before I went, I called and I asked the police what the parking situation was there, and they explained to me that you can't park in public areas. You would have to get permission from the merchants. So I went and I parked and I went in and I said, I'm here for this art festival. Is it okay if I park and sleep in the parking lot? They were like, yeah, if anybody comes and bothers you, just tell them Joe, the manager of the store, said it was okay. I'm like, cool. And then the next day I went and I had to find another parking space closer to the festival. And I went and I was in front of this guy's house and I knocked on the door and I said, do you mind if I leave my rig here and go to the festival? He goes, no, go ahead, no problem. And I gave him my phone number in case anything happened, like the cops wanted me to move or anything. No, go ahead. It was fine. I'd find if you knock on people's doors and ask them, they're okay with it, But the Walmart situation, they're a corporation, so I don't know. Maybe they're pissed off because they have to pay their employees more money now. They just pay.
all right,
Yeah.
there's a couple questions. Let's see. Irene has a couple things. Do you have a winter and summer wardrobe?
Wait, I can't hear Shifty. Shifty's going nuts. Oh, hey, Anthony. My neighbor Anthony is walking his dog, and Shifty can see. All right, Shifty.
It's not a troll. It's not the troll, right?
I'm gonna lean in here.
Okay. According to some of the questions, where do you all plan to visit? So when you get on the road, where do you plan to go?
Okay. First off, my life is so flighty that it's hard to say today what I'm going to do tomorrow and then do it. Like I was going to go to Quartzsite, but then I talked to RV or TV Russ, and he's like, well, Quartzsite is kind of like, all right, Shifty. Quartzsite is kind of, I love you. Quartzsite is kind of over now. So when I went to see Angie the other day, I was telling her, I really would like to go to see Sydney, but Sydney told me it's still snowing there. My friend Denise wants me to come visit her in Palm Springs. Shift, come on, I'm doing a show here. I would interrupt you if you were doing a show. So he's looking at me like, you bitch.
Well, you bring him up and show everybody, Shifty, while you're telling us the story.
I will, but right now he's actually sitting on the back of the couch, like he does at the house, and puts his head on my shoulder. He's sitting on the back of the couch like Snoopy sits on the back of his doghouse. Anyway, so I talked to my friend Denise, and she wants me to come visit her in Palm Springs, and I'm telling Angie this as she's doing my hair. She's like, I got a friend in Palm Springs. She says, why don't you pick me up and we'll drive in the rig. We'll go to Palm Springs together. Then we can drive up the coast a couple days in California and do the harvest host thing like you want to do. Wow. And I'm like, damn, that's a good idea. She says, and while we're drinking that wine, we could sit in the rig and write some comedy. I'm like, that sounds like a plan. So, and then I might do some comedy in California before I come back. Ah! So
that sounds awesome.
Yeah, that's my plan. We're going to do Harvest Host, and then I'll have to come back this way. I'll spend some time in California, and then I'll come back this way because I do have that HOA meeting to attend on March 29th, and I don't know when my day in court will be with the Radiator place, but I could always do that telephonically because Las Vegas is up to date on that stuff,
I'm not like everybody else. I agree. So tell us a little bit about the Radiator.
The Radiator was not a nice thing, because basically what they told me was, we gave you this deal because we thought you were a nice lady. You're not a nice lady.
Well, clearly you're not a nice lady.
I don't know. I think I'm a nice lady. I don't know.
Let's take a poll. I'm going to take an audience poll. If you think that Shelley's a nice lady, please type in nice. If you think that Shelley is not a nice lady, type in not.
Okay. See?
Oh, nice, naughty.
Naughty.
Devin
All
says
right.
naughty.
Oh, somebody's figured me out.
The nice
Oh,
broad. Yeah, Jessica Barton says,
gray
well, it's a gray
areas.
area, honey. That's a gray area.
It is true. Well, no, I mean, uh, are you saying that a lady that is nice, a nice lady, they said I wasn't a nice lady. In other words, they gotta redefine what nice lady is, because you're saying that a person who's not nice is the one who wants their contract honored. No, they just wanted somebody who was passive, who was like, oh,
Right.
okay, all right, oh, my 3-year warranty was a mistake. It's really just a 1-year warranty, and
But
now,
this is a bigger issue, Shelley, because a lot of RVers
yeah,
that are women oftentimes get shafted. And it's this is a really big issue. Whether you're
mhm.
if you're what do you walk in and say, yes, I'm a nice lady, so walk all over me and charge me an extra $1,000 because I'm not going to say anything. Or are you going to say, oh, wait a minute, this repair should have been under warranty, so therefore it should be fixed.
Mm-hmm. Well, first off, let's backtrack one step. Is that when the radiator leak was identified, it was identified by Double Eagle RV, who wanted to charge me, are you ready? $2,800 to do a new radiator. That's when I went, I'll sell this bitch first. $2,800? Are you kidding me? So that's when I wrote to irv2.com. I don't know if you
Right.
guys know about that. It's the letter I, RV, the number 2.com. And I posted this dilemma, and I asked questions. And most people said, go to a radiator specialist, which I did. Okay. And I got the radiator for $550, I think it was. And then because they didn't have room at their spot, he sent me over to his nephew Jeff to get the work done. I don't know. So the two were two different things. But like I said, when I found the leak, it was only 15 months old. And when he sat down with me, I'll actually, when I can, after the case is heard or whatever, I can actually post the video that I got of him
Right.
telling me all this stuff. Oh, you know what? I know it's not under warranty, but I'm a big enough shop. I'll just send it back to the manufacturer and I'll tell them warranty this for you. Even though it's a 1-year warranty, I'm like, it's not a 1-year warranty. It's 3. If you made a mistake, that's on you. You know.
Well, just be careful not to divulge any information that you don't want to divulge on a recording. So.
Oh, well, no, it's not so much the recording. It's that I don't want to divulge it because I did let them see it, and I put it up on YouTube as unlisted, and I sent them the link so that they could review it to see what I was saying to them. That you did say this and you did promise me this, and they lost their minds. So I deleted it because now I have to take them to court, and I don't want their lawyers or anything to be able to review this so that they can use anything that they see in there against me. So now now I know what they said, and when I bring it to the judge, I'll have the upper hand. Do you know what I'm saying?
Well, it's absolutely a shame that it has to go that far.
It really is.
I
Mm-hmm.
think the idea of trust when you're getting your RV repaired is really important. And let me tell you what, my experience has been a little bit like yours, but I've been very fortunate that the people who've repaired my rig have actually done a decent job. So,
Mm-hmm.
but you got to look around. You got to do the best you can do, and sometimes you just don't know.
That's true. But I mean, I had that. And even in one video that I did that I didn't put up, I said, hey, I found the hole in the radiator, or a leak in the radiator, and good thing it's still under warranty. And I don't know how they could say, the radiator place is saying, well, oh, we made a mistake. It's not 3-year, it's 1 year. And that's what the manufacturer told us. But you guys saw the thing that I put up there on the manufacturer's website. It says 3-year replacement warranty.
Yeah.
Yeah. So anyway, That's all right. Their lawyer sent me a letter yesterday saying I represent them and this and that, and if you want to take this to court, you will be liable for lawyers' fees and all costs. I'm like, you know what? You can't sue for lawyers' fees in small claims court. So I'm just gonna let him think that I'm stupid or that this is my first rodeo.
Wow. So, all right. So let's go ahead and move on now to the homeowners association and the plug-in. Somebody asked in the comments, are you plugged in?
I'm plugged in right now. Right now, I'm plugged in. And the president of the association, I watched him go and get his mail today and walk back while I was plugged in. And it's not a violation, and it's not a violation yet until we go to the meeting on March 29th. Though it was a violation until I put up a stink. You know what I'm saying?
So I think, Shelley, I think what we need to do is maybe everybody in the room, we should just come out to Vegas and we should just all park our RVs along the street.
Yes, yes. We'll go right around the corner to my troll's house and we'll park in front of his house. He'll love it. But what the really funny thing was that my neighbor, Reggie, owns a fifth wheel. And I didn't know this until I was looking out my backyard the other day. I'm like, oh, another camper. I got to go out and see this. And I went out and it was him. So now you have two of them parked right next to each other. And my troll lives around the corner. I'm like, yes.
Well, Mima said they're coming in June, so we can get a whole bunch of people to come out in June and park along the street.
All right, I love it. I'll come back here in June just to be part of that, for sure, for sure.
That's funny.
I know. Well, this guy has had a hard on for me since like a year and a half now. I was out here doing my rig, and neighbors would stop and go, "Hey, how you doing?" I'm like, "Okay, yeah." He comes out and he goes, "So, how long you gonna live in it?" And I'm like, "For the rest, for the rest of my life." And then he started, "Well, I'm gonna tell the HO." I'm like, "Oh, I thought that you were a nice neighbor, asking me nice questions, but here I see you're just a dick." So I tried to explain to him. He went to take off, so I kind of took control of the situation. I said, wait, come here. Don't go. Let me explain. Let's talk this out. And he stopped and he waited for me. And I started talking to him and he's like, I gotta go. I gotta be somewhere. I'm like, okay, go. So he knows what my plan is, but he just wants to be angry. So I let him be angry. Oh, here's the good thing. He's got foil on his windows, and the HOA just told me that foil on your windows is going to be a violation in 30 days. He's going to lose his friggin' mind.
I bet you're going to be glad when you're out of there.
I really, really am. But being an Aries, I kind of thrive on a good argument.
I would imagine so. How is Sydney? Does Sydney argue with you, or does she just say, "Forget it, Mom"?
No. I tell you what, when menopause meant adolescence, boy, oh boy, my house like shook, like rocked, And I was like, damn, honey, one of us ain't gonna survive this, and I got the car keys, so.
When menopause met adolescence.
Oh,
I'm gonna have to remember that for the rest of my life.
I tell you, I do. But we went through a lot of rocky times, and head to head and head butting, and she's got a different sensibility than I do. Let me tell you a real quick story that one time she lost a tooth. She was a child, okay? She lost a tooth, and she said, I'm going to put this tooth under my pillow for the tooth fairy to come. And I was like, you know what? She should know this. I said, listen, Sydney, I said, what if I told you that Mommy is the tooth fairy? And she went, oh my God, that is so cool. I said, what? She goes, my mom is the tooth fairy? So that's when I realized we have different sensibilities, okay? We hear different things. But yeah.
Oh my God.
I know, right? But
Shelley said that would be a great title for a book. When adolescence meets puberty, or no, when adolescence meets menopause.
Yep.
You know,
Oh, I tell you what, I think a lot of mothers and daughters, especially when you got two alpha females in the house, you know?
well,
Whew.
that segues our way into money, and that's a perfect option for you. Go ahead and write that book, and then you'll make some money on the road.
Maybe I should. Maybe I should. I would like to. I hear people walking. I don't know if they're thinking I'm weird or if they're stopping. Okay, they've gone. Yeah, that is something that I could do and docu. Oh, you know what? That would be something that I could actually stop and interview moms and daughters and see what they went through. You know, that would be an
Right?
idea. Shifty, he's such a good watchdog. Come here. You want to say hello? Come
We
here.
can't see you right now, so you're kind of
Oh,
frozen.
oh, you're frozen to me.
Oh, well, maybe we should both refresh.
Am I frozen in a good picture?
Yeah, I mean, any picture of you is a good picture,
Oh,
Shelley.
stop. Okay, so refresh and then call back in.
No, you're good now. You're back
Oh,
on.
oh, Shifty, you're howling. Come here. Come here. Come here, Shift. Come here. Okay, sorry about that, but this is real life. All right, 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 right. Oh, it's me, just me here. It's the Shelley Show. Shifty, come here, sweetie. Come here. Okay, okay. Come here. Come here. Come on. Come on. You want to sit up on my lap? Come on, you sweet baby. Oh. Here's the Shiftster. Hi, sweetie. Here's Shifty. Says, don't mess with my mom. Can you see me?
Are you there?
Yeah, can you see me?
I guess you guys can see me. I don't. Hmm. So while we're waiting for Shelley to call back in, I'm not sure what happened to her. Let's see here. Let's see. Let's answer a couple questions. Okay. So let's see. Oh, here we go. Here comes Shelley. There you are.
I refreshed. And look who's here. Look who came.
Oh, good.
It's the Shifter. Hey, Shift. Oh, he loves me. He loves me. I can't believe he loves me this much. Either that or I taste like beef. I don't know. Do I taste like beef? Can you see me?
Yes, we can see you well.
All right, here he
There's
is.
beautiful little Shifty. He's
Oh my
cute.
gosh, he is.
He's a cutie.
I tell you what, he just warms my heart, and to watch him run and play and everything. And oh gosh, and how we nearly missed each other. What a story, huh?
Yeah, he's precious. He's a precious little guy.
He is. He really is. And he'll just sit here now. He'll be okay. All right. So
All right, let's get to some questions because I can finally access the questions. So Joanne says, now let's see. Joanne says, where did you find your vinyl floor?
Oh, I found that at Home Depot. And actually, I had been going there like every Saturday for about 9 months. I just kept looking and looking. I looked online and stuff. And finally, I saw that. I'm like, hey, you know what? That's just what I want. There was a lot of white in it, but little bits of the diamond shapes of the black and like spots, like sprinkles of black. And this thing shows up no dirt, none. And it was on sale. I think I paid $33 for the whole thing, and I got lots more in the house.
Wow.
I could have answered that question in 2 words: Home Depot. But I had to make a story of it.
Well, that's okay. It's always good to have a story.
Thank you.
All right, we already answered this question.
Okay, the shoes.
So I answered that one. Okay, this one's to both of us.
Okay.
Where do you all have plans to visit? Well, I'll go ahead and start with that because mine's quick. I'm visiting RV Debs in Lower Alabama. I suspect that I'll be there tomorrow. Hopefully, we'll see. I called her today. We talked for a moment. It was the first time I talked to RV Debs, so it was really pretty cool. And then after that, I'm hoping to stop in Baton Rouge, Louisiana, and visit my new friends Kim and Daryl from. Let me. They just changed their YouTube channel name, so let me remember it. RV Adventure TV. And I'm gonna try and stop there. My work may prevent me from doing it, but hopefully I will be able to. But if I do stop there, I'm gonna bring Kim a bottle of wine, um, because she's been cooking with and she's been drinking our cooking wine. I mean, you can't drink your cooking wine. Anyway, lovely, lovely people. And then from there, I'm going to be going to Lafayette, Louisiana, and I'll be in Lafayette for probably until a couple months until I meet up with you, Shells, and with Chico.
Oh, I can't wait. I can't wait. That's going to be awesome. Oh my goodness. Well, me, I'm going to go to California for a little bit, then zip back through here. I was actually going to come and meet up with you. How long are you going to be in where you're going? The Louisiana.
I'll be in Louisiana for probably, I'm going to be around my mom, so it's probably going to be about 2 months unless she drives me crazy, and then I'm out.
I'm out.
I'm not sure where I'm going then. I'm out. And the nice part is I can go. I just get in the car and go. Or in the rig. I'm out of here.
Now, where were you planning on meeting up with me and Chico? With all three of us? Where were you planning for that?
With you guys and your crazy schedules, I never made a plan. I'm just like, I'm keeping it open because, I mean, 1 minute it's here and there. And of course, my schedule's changed so much too. I was gonna go to North Carolina, then I was gonna go to Colorado, which I still may go to Colorado.
All right.
But Kathy's in Texas, so maybe I'll go visit Kathy in Texas.
All right, cool. Well, see, like I said, I'm going to start out in California, come back here, hopefully have my meeting with the HOA. Like I said, the court date, I can do that on the phone. And then I'm going to head towards the east. I was going to see you in Louisiana and then shoot up and see Sydney. I told Sydney that I was coming. And I told her in a text, and when you tell your kids things in text, they can make believe that they didn't get it. You know what I mean? So I sent her a text and I heard nothing back. I'm waiting. So a half an hour later, I get a phone call. I made your bed. I'm like, oh, okay, good. Because I thought that maybe she didn't want me to come, I'm like, oh, great. So I'm going to go and see her for a little bit. And then my friend Elise, who bought me the old fart keychain.
Yeah.
All right. I'm going to go towards the East Coast. I'm going to pick her up in New Jersey. We're going to drive up to Maine for a little bit, come back down. I got family in Pennsylvania, in New York I got to see. And I'm not sure. Then I think I'm going to head back towards the West. And that's when I was going to meet up with you guys again and spend next winter in Quartzsite.
I want to go to Burning Man.
All right. We'll go to Burning. Well, whatever you want. You want to go to Burning Man? We'll go to Burning Man. That's what you want.
Let's go to Burning Man.
What were you? You want a little bechamel? I make it for you.
Hey, anybody else going to go to Burning Man in the group?
We'll go to Burning Man. When is that?
I think it's in September.
I mean, I'm here already, right? But
I don't know. I might be a little bit too old for Burning Man, but
oh, will you shut up? Nobody's too old for anything. I had a subscriber yesterday ask me, me and my husband are looking at RVs. Are we too old for that lifestyle? How can I answer that question for you? Are you mentally and physically able to do it? Shut up, Pat. We'll go there. We'll just sniff around for the Bengay. We'll find people of our. We'll find our own people. Bengay.
Too funny. RV Fat Cat said, "I've been to Burning Man. I've already burnt a man."
Hey, well, I burned through men. I've burned through them.
RV Adventure says Kim will bring the marshmallows. Oh my God, we'll be all the people that'll be like with marshmallows and stuff.
Right.
And then Meemaw says, "Can we go?"
Of course.
Absolutely, Meemaw.
But do they want to hang out with us old fogies?
Excuse me.
All right. All
I
right.
ain't that old.
All right. That's what I said. We're not that
Devin's
old.
gonna be hanging with us too. Devin's gonna have her van by then, and she'll be like cruising all around. We'll just like all caravan together, which would be too funny.
That'll be
Devin,
really fun.
we would drive you crazy.
But you know what's good? You know what's good? That we'll all be mobile. So when we start to get on each other's nerves, we can just disperse and go in another way.
I'm out.
You know?
I'm out.
I'm out. I'm out. And
Bye bye.
for our Canadian friends, I'm out. I'm out.
I'm out.
I'm out.
I'm out. I'm out in the boot.
Out in a boot.
Out in the boot. I love how the Canadians talk.
I know.
I do. I really do. You know, I'm out in the boot. You know, when I watch the Life in Serenity, when I watch Rob and Lisa, I'm just like fascinated by their out in the boot accent.
Out in a boot.
It's so cute. I'm just like, I need to have an accent like that. I don't have an accent.
Yeah, you don't really have an accent.
Huh. I can be Southern.
Oh, well, anybody can be Southern. Well, let me hear your Southern.
Oh, sweetheart.
Sweetheart.
It's so nice to see you today. That's North Carolina Southern, okay?
Oh, is it? Okay. But yeah, there's a lot of different Southerns, you know. I want to hear the Ku Klux Klan Southern.
No, I don't know that one. What about your Southern?
My Southern? Well, bless her heart.
You did a video on that, didn't you? Southern meets New York.
That's right, because Billy Long, he said that his daughter married an Italian from Brooklyn, you know, and they're gonna move down south. He's like, I wonder how my granddaughter was gonna sound, you know. So I did a little video, yo, you know, ooh, ski bots, yo. Come on in for a nice piece of pecan pie and a cup of coffee. I think that'd be a nice bit, actually. I could do that as a joke. I just have to finesse it and make it better, you know, polish it up a little bit.
Wow, we have just gone totally off the RV topic and
well, it was on the channel, you know.
Well, you know what? It's all about you tonight, Shelley. So I'm just excited that you're on the show, and I think other people here are too. It's a lot of fun. RV Fat Cat's having fun anyway. So is Meemaw.
Oh, thank you.
So if you guys have some questions, let's try the call in again and see if the call in will work.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go ahead and open the seat.
Open the seat. So anybody can call in if they want to.
If they want to, call in. Come on, RV Fat Cat, try it one more time.
Come on, you guys can do this. I like to chat and see who you really are. I see the writing, you know, on my channel and the comments and stuff. But then again, a lot of those people have channels, and I go and I watch their stuff too. I'll always peep somebody else's channel, you know, see what they got going on.
Oh, let's see. Weed Tree, that's just Irene, says a question to everybody. Considering the laws all over in regards to drinking, is there any issues having booze in your RV? It is a vehicle.
Oh.
You know, I guess if it's a dry county, you're not going to be able to buy booze. I mean, I'm used to dry counties from being from North Carolina. So, I mean, if you got booze in your vehicle and it's actually a residential vehicle, I can't imagine that they really have any jurisdiction over that. Unless, of course, you're driving it while you're drinking in your vehicle. That's probably not okay.
You know, that's a really good question. I'm going to have to look into that and see. What is booze considered when you're inside your RV? Maybe they make a distinction between the cab and the coach. You can't have it in the cab, but you can have it in the coach. You know what I mean? That's a good question. That's a very good question. I'm going to look into that. I'll do a little research and I'll get back to you on that, okay? I'm serious, though. Didn't think of it.
RV Fat Cat says, booze takes up 500 pounds in my RV. Lady Cash says, if I think it has to be out of the reach of the driver. Yeah, there would be no way I would be able to reach the Yingling in the refrigerator from the driver's seat unless I pull over at a rest area and then, you know. But I suppose if I'm driving and I get stopped, you know, and I have booze in the refrigerator, which I do have, I mean, this is an RV. I mean, I don't know. I also have rum and bourbon in here, so I mean, I don't know.
I would think that would be more dangerous to have it out of reach of you. You know, I'd be like trying to drive and trying to reach it at the same time. that would be more treacherous. Give me that. If I was drinking
John
and
says,
driving, I'd have it right next to me, so I didn't have to, let go of the wheel.
Joe Match says party at the paddy wagon. Yeah, right. John says it looks like it's a let's say it's a lot like your regular car. You can transport, but open container laws, etc., still count.
Oh, okay.
And RV Fat Cat, I don't know why you can't get in. I'm sorry. I'm gonna try and click you here. Let's see.
I'll check that.
It may just be a bandwidth issue because I think that maybe if I get off, then she can get on. But then,
are you gonna
then
get
you'd
off
be all
right here?
then you'd be all on your own.
Hey, that's okay. I've handled that before.
Gabby's like kinky. Yeah. RV Fat Cat's like, ooh, click me, baby. Okay, I've clicked you, RV Fat Cat, but it ain't working. So.
Oh, so people can't get in and they can't ask questions either?
Boom, shaka, wow, wow. This has been an interesting show to say the least.
Let's make up our own questions.
I think we should. Let's see.
Okay.
I think I got another question here.
All
no,
right,
there's no questions. They're all done.
No questions. What about over here in the messages? Are they can they just say a question without putting that cue? I'm pretty sure that
we got a caller. Let's see. Kathy's calling in.
Hey, Kathy.
Let's see if we can get her on.
Kathy Mango. Kathy Mango.
It's
How tropical is that name?
Hey, Kathy.
Hey, Kath.
Hi, y'all. Can you hear me?
Yo, we all can.
Y'all, I'm from Texas.
It took me a long time to stop with the yous, That was a conscious of, hey, what are yous doing?
Oh, that's cute.
No, it's for real.
I like it. So how big is your rig?
32 feet.
Oh, God.
And it's pretty wide. I would say like maybe 8 feet wide.
Is it a Class A?
Yeah.
Yeah, I have a 30-foot Class A, but I'm not sure if I want to go out in it because, like, utilities, like air conditioning, I mean, it's in Texas. It gets like triple digits. And I don't know what gas is going to cost me. So I got this cute little camper van, and I might play with it instead. And well,
I've been driving my Class A around for the last 2 days. I've driven about 450 or 460 miles, and it's 27 foot, and it feels like a 952 foot. And when I'm on the road,
mine just feels wide. The width is freaking me out. The length,
it does me too.
Length doesn't bother me. Size matters. No, length doesn't bother me, but the width freaks me out. So I got this little van, but my Class A kind of like gets all over the road. It's real swishy. So
I gotta tell you that my steering is very good. I stay pretty well in my lanes, and I really had to negotiate with the truckers because they would push me, and I'd be pushed, and I have to steer into them just so that I'm not off to the side of the road. And I think you get used to that. One of the things that RV Lady said is the stress of driving never really goes away, and I don't think it does. But because I think you have to be so alert when you're driving a vehicle this size, and you just have to be. And it's funny because today when I finally stopped driving after 5 hours, I reflected on some of the videos that I've seen where it's like, oh my God, it's so stressful. And then knowing that I had to do the podcast tonight, I had to get hooked up and everything, I was just freaking out. In fact, I was texting Devin. It's like, oh my God, I'm so stressed out right now. And it's because I never really got to come down from the drive.
Yeah.
5 hours of this in a rig.
Yeah, I was watching Gone with the Winds, and they got a return to center steering thing and some sway bars and some track bars, and they put like a couple $1,000s on there, and they said it drives like a sports car, and she was driving it down the freeway with no hands, like going, I can turn loose of the wheel, and it just stays there. I was like,
And yours is a Class A, Kathy?
Yeah.
And Pat, yours is a C?
No, mine's a Class A too.
Okay, because Kathy, how old is the one that you have?
92.
Okay, yeah, I got a 94. I thought it was my imagination. I'm always feeling like I'm pulling and swaying, you know? So I'm always overcompensating and then trying to overcompensate for
Yes.
that. Oh, God, I
Yes.
thought that was my imagination, okay?
Oh, I'm like, it's horrible. I turn the wheel so much. It's like, do you not hear me? And I'm jerking the wheel. And then I'm like, oh, shit, I'm over here now. And it's like, I'm all over. It's horrible.
Right. And that, I think that's what's taken my attention so much. And that kind of makes me tired when I'm driving, like, oh my goodness, I got to keep going this way and this way. Well, you know what? Now that you told me that, I think I feel better about that. I think I'm going to approach my drive a little bit different, you know, knowing that that is something that's really happening, you know? Oh,
Yeah.
this is really happening. I feel like Rosemary's Baby. This is really happening.
Well, I know Gone with the Winds had a brand new RV. I mean, theirs is like a 2016 or something, and they were all over the road. And
really,
they got these add-ons. They say the aftermarket add-ons are so amazing. They said it's like driving a sports car. They have so much control.
Aftermarket steering stabilizers.
Yeah, steer safe. They got a steer safe or a safety steer or something like that.
Safety. I have that too.
You have a safety steer thing?
I know I have it down the bottom because I've sent pictures to my mechanic and said, is this the way this is supposed to look? And he's like, yeah, that's good. It's good.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Well, they got an aftermarket anti-sway bar and track bar that was 1/4 of an inch bigger, and it allowed for like a million pounds of, I don't know, it was just like 1/4 of an inch of wider aftermarket thing made like all the difference, because Nikki used to not drive. I mean, she did, but she didn't like it. And then it shows her going down the freeway with her hands. She's like, I can turn loose of the wheel and it just stays right there, and there's no wind and no blowing around and no fighting the wheel. And I was like, oh my gosh. But it was like
not me.
a couple $1,000.
No way.
Well, 1/4 of an inch makes a lot of difference, I'll tell you.
Because size matters.
Size does matter. Yeah. Don't tell me it's not what's not the size of the boat, but the motion of the ocean. I'll tell you what, guys. I don't know who the frig is lying here. Size matters, okay? And it doesn't happen to everybody, so feel bad.
Yep.
Wow.
Shifty's down here. Look at Shifty sitting on my lap. Can you see him?
Oh,
that's my left
adorable.
boob. That's my left boob. I'm giving you guys a little flashy there. Look at my little Shifty.
Now I see. Yeah, you were
sitting in my lap.
Dog is he?
They said he's a long-haired Chihuahua, but he's got the disposition of a Labrador. He's so sweet. He really is.
Cute. He's cute.
Yeah, I take him to the dog park, and he always hooks up with one other dog, and they just go off, and he'll play for like a whole hour. Aww. And then I gotta bring him like 3 days in a row, because it doesn't pay to give him a bath that night if he's gonna go again the next day. You know, he gets all spit all over him, but he is so shifty, man. He really earned his name.
I have an old Chihuahua, and she's like not very long for the world here.
Aww. How old?
She's 15, and she has tumors all over, and she can't walk. She's had a stroke, and she coughs. She has congestive heart failure, and I just carry her around wee pads in a box, and I just haul her all around the RV. When I go to the bedroom, I pick her up in the little box and haul her around. I mean, yeah, because it's hard.
Oh, God love you. Do you not want to let her go, or
She just loves life. I mean, she's still here.
Okay.
She can see, she can hear, she eats like a pig, she barks at the cat, you know. I mean, she has a good time. She just can't walk, and I don't think the tumors are bothering her now. I mean, there's nothing I can do about them because she's too old. So she doesn't seem to be in pain. She's loving life, man. She loves
good.
Then, yeah.
Then let her hang around.
Yeah,
absolutely.
When I went to the hospital that night, they said, "Do you have a living will?" I'm like, excuse me, I'm like, what's that for? She's just like, well, if in case anything happens, that people will make the decision to pull the plug. I'm like, shit, are you kidding me? Heroics all the way. I'm going fighting and clawing the whole way. Do everything you can, all right?
Yeah.
No way, man. Knock wood. Pat, you heard it, okay? That's my living will right there.
Okay, I'm a witness.
All right.
I'll pull this video and I'll be like, this is what she said on this crazy video we did a couple years ago.
That's right. That's right. You never know. Miracles happen. She'll pop out of this. She'll find her way out.
Yeah.
I can't pull Shelley's plug.
Can't pull that plug.
Two seconds later, they'll find a cure and they'll be like, oops.
Right? That would be my friggin' luck. Oh, we just found the cure. Damn.
Yeah.
And I'll be watching from a pearly gates with St. Francis, but look at this shit. St. Peter, but look at this shit. Can you believe this shit? Can you believe?
Well,
so I have a question.
All right.
When y'all meet somewhere, does that person have a house, or do you just meet at some random like park, or how do y'all do that?
What I didn't
kind of like
you're frozen.
We haven't really met yet. Shelley, what she said is when we meet, where do we meet? At somebody's house or some random place?
I'm sure
we haven't met yet.
No, I'm sure that we'll just keep inching towards each other, and we'll be like, I'm here. Oh, where are you? Okay, well, there's a Walmart, there's a Starbucks or whatever. Hey, yeah, okay.
Right.
You know what? I'm there already. I'll boondock. How long till you be? I'll be there tomorrow. I'm sure that that's the way it's gonna go because we're all mobile, and I think that we're gonna like it that way.
Oh, sure. Yeah. I didn't know where you'd planned a park. Like, I used to have a lake lot and some of my friends would come and they'd hang out there, but I sold it. So now I want to meet people, but I'm like, how do y'all do that? I don't know.
Well, you know what? I'll tell you something. Living in Vegas, a 24-hour town that no one has the same weekend, okay? You have to say, oh, my weekend is Monday, Tuesday. When's yours? My weekend is Thursday, Friday. I think I'm pretty good at making plans to meet up with people. So I've had that experience. You know what I mean? I think it'll be a piece of cake for me, awesome. When the time comes. Yeah.
So I'm worried about air conditioning. Do y'all just not use it?
Oh.
No, well, I use it.
I used mine. You know what? I didn't
Why
even
would
know.
you not use your air conditioner?
Well, if you're boondocking, what do you do? Like you're parked at Walmart? Oh, you have a generator.
Generator.
You have a generator, you can use it. If it's really hot, I mean, if if it's 80 or 90 degrees and it's, you're not parked in the shade, it depends on your rig. I mean, my rig stays pretty cool. I've got good ventilation, but, on days when it's really humid and miserable, I'll crank that generator up and I'll just run the thing.
Okay. Okay. I have just been plugged in all the time, so I haven't really experienced the whole boondocking thing. So,
well, you know what? I was told I have 30 amp. I was told do not plug your rig into your house and then turn your air condition on. The air condition can't work off of my house power, which I didn't know. Did you know this?
You have a 30 amp plug?
Right. Well, I have 30 amp, but my house is not 30 amp,
Oh, you're plugged in at 110.
Right. And I didn't know.
Right.
I had the air conditioner going last summer. No problem when I was painting and everything. And thank goodness nothing happened, So
yeah, I plugged into a 30 amp thing. I'm at a friend's house and they put a plug thing in and they had an electrician come in and put a big round thing so I could plug into it. But and if I go to an RV park, well then I plug into theirs, but I haven't boondocked and it's like 110 here in the summer, and I'm gonna fry.
Oh yeah. You're gonna and you have a generator, you said, or you don't?
It needs a starter or something.
Oh, okay. So, well then get that done, but you're gonna use gas, you'll use your gas, but you'll stay cool.
So well, Daryl says he runs his AC on 120 volt. John said that it's a 5,500 watt generator uses 0.6 gallons per hour of gas.
So that's good,
which
right?
is about 90 cents an hour to run it these days.
Oh gosh,
that's not.
Rob says
much.
You can run your AC off of a 20 amp, but it's like running a marathon breathing through a straw. That's what I was thinking as well. It really taxes the AC when you're underpowering it.
Oh.
So
Right. Okay.
you really need to be careful with that.
I didn't know that. So, thank goodness nothing happened. I was also told, excuse me, by Affordable RV, do not use an extension cord from your rig to a power source. It's like it degrades it. It's like a generation, it cuts it off.
It does.
Okay.
It does. But sometimes you don't have a choice though.
Yeah.
If you're parked far enough away from, your 30 amp outlet, one of the things I would recommend people do is go on my channel and look at the video I did on what not to do with electricity.
Oh,
because
okay.
my dad and I hooked up a 30 amp plug, but we wired it the wrong way, and it was more wired for a dryer. Thank God I did not plug in, because I was about to plug in too, but for some reason I didn't. I would have just plugged that baby right in, and you know what? It would have fried the wiring of my rig.
This sounds like a movie of the week, with that dramatic music, and you just get this far, and then dun 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 dun, and then somebody calls you. What? you get distracted. Oh, the donuts are ready. Fuck it. Sushi's here. Fuck it. Oh, that's so funny. And then you sit at the sushi table, and they tell you about it. You go, what? I almost did that. Your monkeys died? Ain't that a bitch? I was gonna eat them. That's Richard Pryor, in case y'all want to know. Look that up. Okay, quiet. I'm hearing crickets. That's not a good sound.
Not for a comedian.
No, not for anybody. Well, maybe for people with small irises. I learned that in psychology. When you have a
let's see the small hairs. John, I'm sorry. Go ahead, finish what you're saying, Shelley. I'm sorry, I just interrupted. I just totally walked all over you.
It's a long story. There's some philosopher or psychologist says that people's extroversion and the way that they take in the world is denounced by their aris that's in their throat. If you have a small aris, then a lot of noise gets through, and you're like the type that gets really, thrown by loud noises. So I must have a really big aris, because I'm like, what?
You think?
Sonic boom? What? HOA violation? What? Anyway, yes. Big aris. Who's got a small aris? Let's hear it.
Well, John said, when I visited my mom in Sacramento, we ran the AC in the RV, and by plugging Tilly 2.0 into the garage, then I used an HD extension cord and adapters from Tilly 2.0 to the RV. So.
Rebel.
Said work like a charm.
Okay.
And then Lady Cashy says, ha ha ha, size matters. I guess I'm a few minutes late.
Don't you just want to call back? Yes, it does, doesn't it?
Oh my God, that's too funny.
Listen, let's go off. Okay, I was with a guy one time who was like this. Okay. It's harder to be with a guy who's like this than
we're really not doing this, are we, Shelley?
I'm just telling you, guys. It's really harder. It's like, and I honestly couldn't get out of there fast enough. I was like,
Meemaw, tell her to stop. Meemaw, help.
I was like, you know what? I gotta go home. And he's like, but you are home. I'm like, holy shit.
Oh my God. Somebody save me. Devin, save me. Somebody help.
Come on, we're having some fun now. This is I gotta christen my RV. I'll have to meet somebody to christen this thing with,
Oh my God. Now Devin's like, nope, I'm not. How you walked right into that. I don't know how I walked into this, but yeah. Oh, my face is red.
But you know what happened? Oh, that's a sign of a good upbringing. We just slid in. It just slid in all by itself.
So tonight, ladies and gentlemen, you've been watching the Nomadic Fanatics podcast, and this is Shelley, and we're out. No, I'm kidding.
It'll be like beep, beep.
Oh, can we do that? Do they do that stuff? I beat myself every once in a while because I'm like, you know what? Maybe you shouldn't have said the F word there. It really doesn't belong. But, you know.
I think, Tequila Travel says, hey, we're all adults here. And you know what? It's the truth. We are.
True.
So
This is true.
I hope. If you're not 18 years old, please sign off immediately.
Okay, and all those 18-year-olds are calling their friends out. Hey, yo, you got to tune into this, okay? They just told us to tune out if we're not 18. Turn this on quick.
There's some old fart new start on there talking about penises.
They're talking size, girth.
Oh, Lord have mercy.
Yeah. Yeah.
So what do you want to talk about next? Where's the questions? Where's the questions? So how many pairs of shoes? That's still sitting there, right?
No, those are all.
Oh, do you have a winter and summer wardrobe? Did you see that question?
We've already done that one, Shelley.
Where was I?
You answered it already, didn't you?
No. Do I have a winter and summer wardrobe? I most definitely did not answer that.
Oh.
No.
That's right. You got 29 pairs of shoes.
Right? No, listen. I remember living in New York, and it'd be like, okay, it's this date. Put all your white clothes away and take out all your winter clothes and stuff. Living in Vegas, that doesn't happen because you wear warm clothes and summer clothes all year long. Because like let's say that you're going to a casino. It's freezing in those casinos. So in the summertime, you're still going to bring something warm, a shawl or a sweater. You know what I mean? So no, I never separated my winter and my summer clothes. I just have a wardrobe.
I have t-shirts, blue jeans, sweatshirts. That's it.
I tell you, that's almost everything that I packed, And it's funny because it's such a diversion from, I digress from my regular wardrobe, all my Anne Kleins, my Liz Claibornes, and my Jones in New York. They're just not going to fit on gravel, walking from RV to RV. Can you picture me like in an RV, like finding somebody that I like sneaking around in the middle of the night from my RV to the next one? Gravel. I got to learn how to sneak around on gravel.
You don't have to sneak. We're all adults.
That's right.
We don't have no stinking sneaking here.
I know, but I gotta watch out for my reputation, because I do give a damn about a bad reputation. But you know what?
Crocs.
Right? Oh my goodness! But being in an RV, I could just leave a bad reputation behind and just go make myself a new one.
There you go.
All right, so we do have a couple questions, which is nice. Let's see. Lady Cash says, what forms of entertainment are you bringing with? TV, laptop, games?
Laptop.
Oh, well, laptop for sure. I have maybe a board game or something. And do you know what? I have not watched my TV yet because I don't know how to do it. I turned it on, but I have this old fogey 1994 thing that I have to upgrade or something. I haven't watched TV in here yet.
I watch a lot of Netflix.
That's me. Netflix, Hulu, YouTube. Did you watch Making a Murderer? Oh, you gotta watch that.
What is it?
Making a Murderer. Did anybody else watch that? With that Avery guy? I don't know if he did it or not, but from what I see, anyway, you have to watch that. How about that Dexter?
Oh.
Is it like a YouTube thing? I mean, a Netflix thing?
Yeah. Yeah, both of them. Both of them are Netflix. Orange is the New Black.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. I've already been there, done that.
That's the only reason I have Netflix. That's the only reason I have it.
I did a marathon. I couldn't turn it off. I'd be like 2 a.m. going, oh my God, just what's going to happen next? It was great.
I know. I have Netflix for the whole year so I could marathon watch that in one day. Boom, done. Then I sit back and I pay Netflix for another year until the next season comes out.
Yeah. I do a lot of Netflix. I'm gonna click off because I gotta go take care of my dog. So she's having a coughing fit.
Oh,
but
okay.
Anyway, and y'all
Thank you,
are
Kathy.
disappeared. So, well, thanks for having me. On there for
Thanks
fun.
for coming.
All right, I guess I. Well, do I hit this X?
Yes. Yep, there you
Oh,
go.
she's out. She's out.
Poor RV Fat Cat's been trying to sign in all night, and Chico just texted me, and because I know there's been some questions about Chico in the chat, and he's wanting to be here, but unfortunately he's not been able to sign in for some reason. He's watching, but he doesn't seem to be able to participate.
Oh.
So I'm not sure why. Maybe it's because he doesn't have a Twitter account. I don't know. You think that might be it?
Could be. Well, go sign up for Twitter really quick.
Hurry up, Chico.
Hurry up.
www.twitter.com.
Hurry up. Operators are standing by.
Oh, Devin says yes. That is the problem.
Ah.
You have to have a Twitter account.
Get yourself a Twitter account. Start tweeting.
So, Shelley, when you get over to California and you start doing your shows, how are you feeling about all that? Where are you going to park? What are you going to do with the rig?
Oh, I didn't think about that.
To park in the casino.
Listen. I'll have to see where the clubs are and what's going on and what the municipal parking codes are. I'll find some place, I'll research a little bit, but a lot of it'll fly by the seat of my pants, We'll see. Angie will probably know her neighborhood and say, oh, park there or park here, But you know how it is with a rig. You got to be able to get in and then out. I mean, sometimes like the parking lot is empty when you go. And you're like, right. Oh, great, I'll park. And then you come out and you're like, you got an inch. And you're like, I'm just going to have to sleep here.
I gotta tell you this story. So I get into where am I at? Oh my God. I get into Lake City, Florida, and I couldn't boondock at the Walmart, so I found this place called the In and Out RV Park. So I guess that means that you're in and then you're out real quick. And so, I was getting myself out of the RV park, and I noticed they had a gas station. So I thought, well, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to try and get some gas. I get my rig stuck in this gas station. I can't back up. I can't go forward. I can't go anywhere. And I'm just sitting there, and I'm like, oh my God, I can't get out of here. And of course, so I ended up having to back up, and the panic you feel when you can't move and then you got to get out of the rig and look behind you, because I'm thinking, well, somebody's pulled up behind me. I ended up finally getting out of there, and I took a big risk, and then I did the same thing in another gas station the same damn day. Well, I know. So you would think I would learn a lesson. I told Chico, I said, it's a good thing I didn't have a toad, because if I did, I'd have to unhook. Oh my God. Goodness. So the lessons that you learn as a newbie on the road, it's unbelievable.
Oh God. I know. You know what? When I first got this, I kid you not, Sydney and I were going to get gas, and I pulled into a Chevron, and you know how they have those big concrete pilasters or poles, you know what I mean? I'm pulling in, and I'm like, gee, I really made that turn really nice and tight, And all of a sudden, the pole, I went right into it. The side of my rig got crushed. So my rig was actually spent like 6 months at Affordable RV getting fixed. And here's me. Okay, I'm panicking now. I get out. I'm like, oh my God, what do I do? Because I that was in the beginning, before I would assess. So here I am. I'm grabbing this concrete pole, trying to pull it out. I'm like, oh my God, I gotta get this thing out. Get this.
If you watch RV Lady, she about ripped the whole back end of her Class C off before she took off.
Oh, really?
Yeah, John says that he's had to unhook twice, once in an empty parking lot and once in the crowded gas station. Oh, I can't even imagine any of that, But of course, I do miss my car, Shelley. I got to tell you.
Oh, do you?
A little bit. I think once I get to You know, with my mom, it'll be okay. But I think right now I kind of feel odd not having a car.
Well, no, I don't have a car. I took my car off the road. This is what I drive all day long. This is my ride. I go grocery shopping. I go everywhere in this because that having that blowout really freaked me out, you know, and the guys told me you got to
Mhm.
use those tires, have those tires rotating all the time so that, you know, the 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 rubber gets redistributed or whatever. So anyway, I drive this thing, and I actually rode the bus for like 3 years, you know, to go to school and everything. And I got hired. I got a job with the RTC because of my big mouth riding the bus. Okay, so that I'm not afraid of. I have a bike, and I want to be taking public transportation wherever I go, you know, and the bike has a basket, which hopefully Shifty will fit in, you know.
That's
So
funny.
yeah, I don't think that I'm excuse me. Hopefully I'll be able to get around. I was
I think, yeah, I think that I'm gonna do the same thing. I'm gonna do the same thing you said. You know, you know, in terms of maybe I will get a bike, and you know that'll be good. That'll be good exercise and other things too. So
well, I bought a bike rack from some guy on Craigslist. It was brand new. And you know what? The bike rack is just like me, just like the RV. It's not something that you have to attach and have it done by a mechanic and it stays there. It's movable. You put it on, you take it off. You put it on the back ladder, you take it off. Right now it's in the back near the bedroom, but I'll make a video on putting that up and then putting the bicycle on that. See, here in Las Vegas, and please tell me if this is in other places, in Las Vegas, the buses have a bike rack on it. So you can ride your bike to the bus, and then you put your bike on the rack, and then you can drive. The bus will take you wherever else you're going, you know?
yep, yep.
So I don't know if that's like it in other places, or I just hope that I can get around that way, you know? I mean, being from New York, I'm used to public transportation being able to get you everywhere you're going, you know?
Right, absolutely.
And Las Vegas, the public transportation has gotten so much better that you can get Shifty, you must stop biting me. You can get anywhere with the bus, you know?
Yeah.
God, is somebody trying to call in? I'm going to get his Chewy for him because he's
Yeah,
my
RV Fat
favorite.
Cat's trying to call in, and she's having a heck of a time.
Here,
I don't
Sam.
know what the deal is, but
Here you go.
she's having a heck of a time getting in.
Yeah, she's been
Uh-oh.
trying this whole time.
She has.
Oh, okay.
Not certain what the deal is.
I have a scooter carrier and a four-wheel scooter. I can't do a bike because of my muscle disease. Oh, a scooter. Oh, is that one of those jazzy things? That scooter?
You know, like
Kathy?
Gypsy Free has a scooter too.
What kind of scooter? You don't mean that pedal kind with the leg. You mean like the kind like the jazzy, the chair that.
Yeah. Hang on just for a second, Shelley. Devin says to RV Fat Cat, if you have another video program open, it will prevent you from logging in. So check and make sure that you don't have another video program open. I'm going to decline this and then call back in again.
You mean like YouTube or something?
I don't know. I mean,
Or Netflix?
maybe. So if anybody else has a question for Shelley Shelley Fisher, Old Fart New Start, we're here on Nomadic Fanatics podcast tonight, and Shelley has been our guest star for the evening, and it has been a wonderful conversation. And so I would definitely love to have you call in and ask your questions directly to Shelley. Unfortunately, RV Fat Cat seems to be not able to do that, but perhaps somebody else can, and we can go from there.
Let's see.
Tell us his star material. Absolutely. Shelley, are you still working?
Right now I'm not working, but I was a student. So I was going to school full time, and I did some work with the Census Bureau piecemeal. I worked on the 2010 decennial census. So every time they have some kind of a project come up, they'll call me and I go to work for the census. They still do work all the time. I didn't know this. So right now, no, I'm not working.
Lady
I'm not
Cashy says,
formally working.
raises her hand. I need to make my video debut, otherwise I may never get my channel going. Come on in. Just click on, let's see, just click on the open seat.
One
There she
person
is.
calling in.
Lady Ember. Come on in, Lady Ember. So, Shelley, while we're waiting for Lady Ember to get here, how are you doing the money thing? Are you just independently wealthy, or are you,
No, I saved. So I'm going with my savings right now. But when I get on the road, I'm hoping to start to be able to write some stories and do some freelancing. So sell my stories. Actually, I have some things that I want to do, but I don't want to say just yet, because I don't, you know how it is. I'm so flighty with things. If I say something and then I go and I do something else, I'm like, hey, that wasn't even the plan, Oh, I would like to do some work camping. I saw Maragazzi Travels. He does a lot of that work camping. I was even thinking I would do the stuff for Amazon, because it's a lot of work, hard work, but you do it for like a month or two, and then you got a nice little nest egg that you can go and do your own thing that may take you some time to make some money with,
Right.
But I also go ahead. Lady
No, I was
Ember.
just gonna say, Meemaw says she's rich, and then Star of the Avenger says, how about a sugar daddy?
I'm not opposed to that. I'll try anything twice. I might have been having a bad day the first time. Send them my way. You got a sugar daddy? You got a sugar daddy who likes redheads with big mouths? Sometimes that big mouth comes in handy.
Dallas says, depends on how rich.
Depends on how. Who, me or him? Oh, him.
So I don't know why we can't get some people to sign in up here. Maybe it's the bandwidth. I'm gonna sign out for a moment, and hopefully she'll be able to sign in.
Okay.
But I can't. I don't think I can sign out. You're a host, so.
I'm a host.
You're a host. So.
Shifty, stop. Shifty's
Shelley,
biting my feet now. Yes. You want me to hold down the fort? What do you want me to do?
Oh, hang on. Yeah, actually, John's doing some stuff behind the scenes. So I'm gonna bow out here for just a minute, and then I'll call back in.
Okay. Do you want me to?
So, Lady Ember should be able to get in here.
Oh, okay. Shifty, please stop, honey. Here, get your teddy bear here. He's biting my feet. Hey, how are you?
I made it.
Good to see you.
Hi.
Hi.
I had to make a debut at some point, right?
Okay. All right. So
Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you as well. What are you going to do? You have a channel now, or are you going to do a channel?
No, I've got an open channel, but there's nothing on it but a family video. So.
Okay. So are you RVing? Is that what you're going to do?
I have RV'd in the past, and I'm about to leave the place where I'm living and get a van.
Nice.
And then I'll be on the road.
Okay, so what's your timeline? Did you already get the van? Are you packing? Are you downsizing?
Within a month.
Within a month.
Wow. Yeah.
Okay.
Well, I've been working on it for about the last 6 months, been downsizing. I recently got a storage place where I could do a lot of the manipulating, because where I'm living isn't really friendly toward it. But I've RV'd before. I spent 5 years up in Joshua Tree in my 27-footer, and it was wonderful. I loved every minute of it. I've been RVing since, I think the first time we were RVing, I was 13 years old with my family. And we traveled across the United States in a 27-foot Holiday Rambler travel trailer.
Wow.
And yeah, and I fell in love with it then. And then in my 20s, my girlfriend and I took off from Southern California and drove to Northern California with a Ford Econoline that we called Fraud, F-R-O-D, because the initials on the front of the panel were reversed. And we hauled this tea trailer that was pre-built, and we made a kitchen on one side and a closet on the other side, and everything else was in the middle, and it was crazy.
Isn't it
was
funny
cool.
how when you're young, things like that don't matter. They're fun, and
Oh, it was a blast.
yeah, it's not an inconvenience. Shifty, my goodness, I'm sorry. Shifty is biting my feet here. So did you the 6 months that you've been doing this? You just been putting this together, and you're almost ready to go?
Yeah, pretty much.
Oh, that sounds really cool. So were you like hippies back then when you went from Southern
No,
to
not really.
California?
I mean, the first time my girlfriend and I took off, I had been working for the county and doing bookkeeping.
Oh my God. I see a little gray corner with my face facing into the corner, like little Bob Cratchit. But that's just me.
You got it.
Oh God, that would just drive me crazy. And it didn't set well with you?
Not really. I mean, I spent 20 some odd years doing that, but I really hated it.
Oh my God. 20
I know.
years. 20 years.
But I never spent more than 4 years at one job. It was crazy.
Oh, okay. So
It's not.
you went from place to place for those 20 years.
Yeah, I just kept shifting all the time because I was so bored.
Oh,
And then I decided that I needed to be on my own, and I started to do website design, and I was doing graphic design, and I did a bunch of work doing as a backstage manager for music festivals. That was wonderful.
Yes.
Oh, it was great.
You know what?
So I've been here, done that.
I mean, it's just so weird that you were able to quell that part of your personality, because obviously doing jobs like that, you are a creative, right?
Yeah, totally.
How did you not answer the call? You know what I mean? Or
I kept trying at all kinds of other levels. It was never on. I never quite got that I needed to be on the road. And when I finally decided that this is what I really want to do, I took a 3-bedroom house and put it down into a 27-foot RV. And yeah, talk about weeding out. I downsized like nobody's business.
Now that's what I'm having trouble with right now. I've downsized, but I know I still have way too much stuff. Did you do it like in steps or just all at once? How did you downsize? If you could give us some tips, that'd be great.
I ended up finding myself living in a 10 by 10 space. I put my little bed in the corner of the dining room, and I had my desk on the other side, and I found out that I was living in this 10-foot by 10-foot space, and I'm like, if it's not in here, I'm not using it. Get rid of it.
Oh my goodness.
It was the easiest way for me. Yeah, it worked for me really well. Like right now, where I spend most of my time is in a 5-foot by 7-foot space. Even in my 27-foot RV, I found that I was living in half of it.
I identify with that too. I mean, if I really thought about it, that's what I do too. But then I started going through the drawers and the closets, and I'm like, okay, I could use this. This will suit my new lifestyle. But like I said, I overpacked, but I promised myself that within 6 months, I'm skimming through everything again. Really, really, what I would love to do, would be to be able to just grab my technology and go, just my laptop, and that would be it.
Well, and then there was another thing, is the last job that I've had for the last 7 years, I was taking care of a very good family friend, and I'm a nomad. I'm a, what do you call it? I'm a recluse anyway. I prefer being all on my own. And I was living in a house with 2 other people, and it didn't really feel all that good. And every once in a while, I would pack my bags and I'd go spend 3 days in a hotel.
Really?
Yeah. And what I found was that's what I could live in, was in 3 suitcases. And all I needed then was a bed, a table, and some place to fix my food.
All right. You're really giving me a lot of food for thought. I bet you're right. I bet that I could do that as well. And I do
You'd be
watch a lot of,
surprised.
yeah, and I watch a lot of people on YouTube who are RVers, and I think I don't want to say for everybody, but it does seem like we are people who are like independent, or who like being alone, or aren't afraid of being alone.
Not
I
even a
kind of
little. Yeah.
right. I kind of prefer to be alone rather than spread out with a lot of not good friends. I'll have like maybe one or two really close friends, and not a whole group or anything. But I kind of like being alone better than anything. You know what I mean?
Yes, I do.
Yeah, I really do. And it's not like I'm antisocial or anything, or that I don't want to share my opinions and stuff, because obviously I do. I got the YouTube channel. It's just I think I accomplish more when I'm working by myself,
Yeah. My favorite spot in the whole world was when I was living up in Joshua Tree, and where I parked my RV was on a friend's land, and I had a 180-degree view of nothing but empty desert. It was
wow.
awesome. I had a friend come up to visit, and on her way up there, she was like, I don't know why you're doing this. I don't know why you're doing this. I don't know why you're doing this. And she drove into my space, stopped, get out of her car, and looked around and said, now I know why you're doing this.
Aww.
It was just amazing. I don't know if I'll ever find that kind of thing again. Doesn't matter. But I just love being in. I mean, my toilet, I had a little composting toilet, and I had it sitting outside my RV. No protect. I didn't need any protection. There were no people out there.
Nice.
And I used, in the middle of the night, I'd get out and I'd sit on my toilet and look at the stars.
Wow.
It was wonderful,
Oh yeah, definitely. When I hear you say that, that people will say, why would you do that? Why would you do that? I think of all these people with these boring 9-to-5s, like you said, who hate their jobs. And I look and I go, why would you do that? Why would you do that? Go to that same job every day. And people like to me, like people go, well, don't you get tired of, just doing this and doing that and going from this to that? And I'm like, no, don't you get tired of seeing the same friggin' faces day after day, doing the same thing over and over again? That to me, oh my God, that to me is just hell. I always did temp work, temporary secretary, stuff like that.
Yeah.
I always did that because it was something new. I could not do it if I didn't want to. I could do it if I wanted to. And I always kind of summed it up by saying, I don't stay in one place long enough to hate anybody. Because you know how like you'll get these catty women. Yeah. You get these catty women who are like, Lorraine always leaves her shit for me over the weekend. I always have to clean up her messes on Monday. Once I started hearing that stuff, it was time for me to leave.
Bye-bye.
I didn't want to hear that stuff, because if they were starting to share that with me, I'm like, uh-oh, they think that I'm like this. I'm about this gossiping stuff. I don't like this. Because negativity is so easy to step into, keeping positive is kind of hard. And sometimes like you'll see on my videos, like I smile a lot, and because if you smile, your body kind of believes you, your mind will believe you.
Yep.
And also like your breathing, like if you just you set your breathing pace, that's the pace that you're going to keep with. So I try to do that. Yeah, with my dog, with my house, with my RV, with everything, with my life. And there are certain things going on in my life, like monetary and stuff. Someone just asked me, do you still work? Do you have savings, stuff like that? I'm getting by. I saved a lot of my money from doing the jobs that I did. And some things like you got to sit there and you go, hey, you know what? I just can't worry about this stuff, because they don't give you a discount for worrying, And I think I even said that in one of my videos. Right. So it's not like anybody knows you're worrying and that it's going to help you. It's going to hinder you, Is Patty trying to call back in? Hey, Patty Wagon, welcome back.
I'm going to sign off.
No, don't
Lady
sign
Amber,
off.
thank you so much. You've been great.
Don't sign off. Stay a second, yes, so I can go to the restroom.
Well,
Okay.
Okay. Is that okay? I gotta see if Shifty has to go too, but Shifty, you gotta go?
sign back in, Shelley, when you're done.
Well, I'm not gonna sign out. How much longer?
There she goes.
That was me. All right.
This looks like a good time for some announcements.
There you go.
Yes.
I'm going to go ahead and
You
sign
have
out.
an announcement.
Lady Ember, thank you so much.
Hello and hello and goodbye, Lady Ember. It was a wonderful meeting you, and I'm sure we'll talk in the future. Patrick, I believe you have an announcement.
I do. Thank you, John. I just have one announcement, and that is that unfortunately my work schedule is such and my travel schedule is such that this is probably going to be my last show hosting. I'm going to try and keep popping in and out in the show, but I want to thank John, and I certainly want to thank Devin for the great opportunity to be a part of the Nomadic Fanatic podcast. I think this has been awesome. But with my work schedule the way it is, I'm afraid that I'm just not going to be able to commit the time to it. And then traveling today was just a great example of how difficult it is to do that. But so thank you so much. But I'll still be a part of the chat once in a while.
And thank Patrick. You have been a fantastic co-host. There's
you.
no way that I could have ever pulled any of this off without you and Devin. The second announcement is that Eric and I have been talking in the last week or so, and Eric is also going to be bowing out. He has said he sent me an email saying that we are welcome to continue using the name, though he's been acting kind of weird lately and some stuff has gone on. I think that without his presence, it would probably be a better thing. And I think I talked with Devin about this a little bit. I think that we are going to rebrand into something else and perhaps expand our focus from just like working RVers to global nomads, people who live and work and do stuff globally. I think we'll put in some more effort to get out of the art, not necessarily get out of the RV niche, but expand beyond just the RV niche. The third announcement would be that with the departure of Eric and with the departure of Patrick, we're looking for a co-host. So if you have enjoyed the show and you would like to be a larger part of what we're doing here, we would love to have you come on. We do on-air and off-air stuff. Patrick, how much would you say? Are you frozen?
No.
Okay. Your video is
hear me?
frozen. I can hear you. Your video is frozen though. If you would like to be a larger part of the show, let us know. You can shoot us an email. We have a contact form on the website at thenomadicfanatics.com, or you can get us on Facebook and the Facebook group. Or you can hit us up on Twitter at Nomadic Fanatics, and we'll be in touch with you. There was something else. I don't remember what it was. To go along with this, Devin and I were talking a little bit, and we may take a few weeks of hiatus while we reorganize and get a new website built out and that sort of stuff. And because we know that we've got some guests coming up that very much want to come on the show. One of the ones that I'm really looking forward to, Jason and Nikki from Gone with the Winds, have said that they would love to come on the podcast. So those are the announcements. Patrick is departing. Eric has already left the building, and we're probably going to rebrand into something else. And we're looking for help. I think the time commitment is probably in the neighborhood of, what would you say, Patrick, 2 to 4 hours a week?
I think so. I think the biggest challenge is really in working to secure the guests, because they're travelers. So you've got to do video and audio checks, and it's really evolved, John. I mean, you've done an amazing thing starting this podcast, and it's really been obviously it's hugely popular, and so I think that really making sure that it's a great show, you want to be able to get the guests on. So I would say at least 4 hours a week, and not including the actual show itself, which is about a 2-hour commitment,
Yeah.
a week as well. Or longer, depends on how popular the guest is.
This is true. And how like Shelley, how extroverted they are, and how much they ramble on, and how much do we not have to pull answers out with pliers.
Shelley's been a wonderful guest. Shelley, come on back if you can get in. Here she comes.
So those are the announcements, and I'm gonna hop out now. Hi, Shelley. Bye, Shelley.
Hi, guys. I had to take Shifty out, and I went. Woo! It's a good thing that I had a little bit of water left in my tank.
Yeah, right.
After draining it the other day. Woo!
John just got done making some announcements, Shelley. I don't know if you had an opportunity
I heard them all.
Okay, good.
Yes.
Good. So it's the podcast is actually a wonderful thing for RVers. I know for me it's been great, and I think for a lot of people it's been great. And John deserves a big credit for starting this. And then I think too, another unsung hero is Devin, definitely. Devin from Extrinsic Nomad. Devin's become a very good friend of mine, and she's just awesome.
They are. Well, I think that the show is great. Like I said, I started watching it, and I have learned a lot. I actually got tips from it. I said about the laundry. Did I say about the laundry? And the towels? I told you about the laundry and the towels. Did I say that here or no?
You know what? I'm sorry, Shelley. I keep calling Devin I can't even say her name. Eccentric.
Eccentric.
Is it eccentric?
Eccentric, isn't it?
It's, what do I keep calling her? Extinct nomad? What do I call her?
Extinct? I don't even know. It made me think. Did I get it right?
Eccentric. Extended.
Eccentric nomad.
Extrinsic. Oh, I keep calling her extrinsic nomad.
Intrinsic. Ooh. That's
Devin,
even
if
better.
you had a name that was easy, like the Paddy Wagon, I would be like trying to figure out. I can't even spell the damn thing. I have to rely. When you type her an email, I have to just put X and it comes up. Eccentric nomad. Eccentric wagon. That was good.
Well, when I did shout outs one time, I was like, X. I'm just going to call you X. And then I realized it went X. Oh, eccentric. No. Oh, that's so cute. I was like, I didn't even realize it was hidden in there, Eccentric nomad.
You know what I found most interesting about Devin is the fact that she's so authentic. And, if you read her blog, which if you haven't subscribed to Devin's blog, you really need to do that. Devin, put a link up, please.
Oh, please.
But her blog is so from the heart. And, I every time I read it, I think, God, I really relate to what she's saying. And, I share it on my Paddy Wagon blog on Facebook. And, there's just so much truth to what she speaks about. And, she's getting ready to start her journey, with purchasing a van and living the van life. So, I think that's that connection, I think that connection that we all have, Shelley, right? That nomadic connection.
Listen, you know what? I think also like it is water seeks its own level. You will find authentic people because you are. Okay, because people who aren't authentic don't want to hang out with you anyway.
No.
You know what I'm saying? And vice versa.
Yeah.
So I'm.
But
I'm looking forward to reading. No, I'm looking forward to reading some of her stuff. I mean, the way that you say it, about eccentric nomad, I'm thinking, maybe she's like the Adele of the RV websites. You know what I mean? She says it she reaches your heart and says the things that you're trying to say, but I just can't put my finger on the words,
I know.
Thank you, Adele, for saying that for me. Now I know why my heart is ripped out.
I just keep hearing that song. Hello.
Just that alone, it's like, oh, hello.
I see Devin on her first video on YouTube. Hello. Oh, that's too funny. But no, I think
I'll tell you
you
what.
know what?
Go ahead. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
It's all about changing your life. And, for me, getting into this lifestyle is all about changing your life, changing the way you think, changing the way you process, changing, a lot of the things about your life that you really don't like or you didn't like, and, or what you allowed. I allowed so much in my life. And what I made the decision is when I broke free and I sought that freedom to be nomadic and on the road, I let go of the things that were holding me back. The fact that I couldn't say no to people, and the fact that I got caught up in drama and all that kind of stuff. And I made a decision that this was about not doing any of that stuff. It was about being authentic to myself. And call it selfish, you can call it whatever you want to call it, but at the end of the day, this journey is about me. And so for a lot of people that are nomads, I really believe that this journey is about them and about their authentic self and who they are. So without trying to sound like Oprah Winfrey.
No, I understand, and I really do. And I think that I was watching Brittany Taylor. She talks about minimalism, and she's, oh my goodness, I don't know if you've seen her channel, but she's a young girl who is wise beyond her years, okay? And she says things, but sometimes I see the opposite of it. She's like, with everything that I do, I take one step closer to what I want to become,
Right.
And I thought, well, you know what? How about with each step, I get one step further from what I don't want to be anymore?
Yes.
You know what I mean? So I think that this camaraderie that we all have together. I'm sorry, kids, this is not funny. This is for real shit, okay? This camaraderie that we have developed is a support system, and I want to see myself without any kind of gossip or drama or crap like that. No jealousy. Right. I want to see us all, well, I do anyway, lifting each other up, propelling each other, and when you need a little bit of a helping hand or a little boost with a good word, that we do that for each other, no jealousy or, oh, you're doing this, oh, I'm not doing that yet, I wish that I was. Well, let's build this up together, you know what I mean? I got to get right away from but I have not been around stuff like that for many, many years. I don't deal with gossip or anything like that. And I'll tell you what, a lot of the good support that I have and the good things that I'm about came to me from college, because people in college are all working towards the same thing, becoming better. Even if you're just working at becoming a better person, that's what they're doing, and that's what we're doing here, So I have not been around that kind of negativity. It's people who are trying to make better things for themselves, And that's all it is. I'm not trying to become a millionaire. I'm not trying to become president, But if I was, I would be gearing myself towards those things. And I definitely would listen to Judge Judy, who says, I don't read hate mail.
That's right.
Okay.
You actually do remind me of Judge Judy, especially with that hairdo.
Oh, yeah, this is Judge Judy. But you see what I'm saying? She says, I don't read hate mail. And that's what I'm telling it. I'm telling everybody, get out there and don't read hate mail. I mean, don't listen to people who are hating on you. Don't fall into it. The radiator guy, the HOA, they tried to oppress me, but you know what? I am, at this point in my life, unoppressible, because Eleanor Roosevelt said it, that no one can intimidate you without your permission.
That's right.
I'm just not giving that permission out these days, okay?
No more all permission. Right. Kathy said, you go, girl. Listen, I'm going to go ahead and back off here so that Fat Cat can get on, and let's see if this works. If she can't, I'll sign back in.
Okie dokie. Shifty. Oh, Shift, you're going to pull those curtains down. Shifty's over there sitting on the back of the couch, and I hope that he doesn't pull those curtains down. Shifty, what are you doing? You're like almost all tangled in that. So I guess it's me and you, kids. It's all about us tonight. I really wish that I could answer some of these questions exactly. Amen. I don't know if they're talking about the things that I just said, but I hope so. Because I don't know if I've said it over here yet, but people talk about jealousy. And I'm going to tell you what jealousy is. Jealousy is not being angry at somebody else for having what they have. Jealousy is being angry at yourself for not having what they have, if that's what you want. And that anger is because you know that if you put out the same kind of energy that that person put out to get what they got, you could have that same kind of shit too. And your anger is at yourself. So that's what jealousy is. You know, being angry at yourself because you didn't get up and do what they did to get what you got. Okay, that took me a long time to get that and philosophize about that. Did you get that, Pat?
I did get that, and I love it.
It's true. Jealousy is not being mad at somebody else for what they have. It's being mad at yourself for not putting out the same amount of energy to get what they have. You're mad at yourself. That's right. Hey, Shift.
Well, we become very philosophical on the show tonight.
Listen, philosophy weasels its way into everything because that's where everything started from. All the questions and psychology and math, everything started from philosophy.
It did.
It really did. It really did.
I feel bad for RV Fat Cat because she can't get into the room. But maybe next time. So
does she have a YouTube channel?
She does, and if you haven't subscribed to RV Fat Cat, you need to definitely take a look at her channel. It's awesome. I love how she painted her stripes on her RV. It was awesome, and I'm thinking to myself, you know, I got an RV that needs to be painted, so I'm gonna bring it to her. Actually, Meemaw is gonna paint my RV, but she used a spray paint.
Meemaw's do mine too.
You're right. But she did a beautiful job on it. She also I love the video where she was being blown around in the wind and being scared about the wind. So, you know, RV Fat Cat, put up a link to your channel. It's awesome. So definitely subscribe. And if you have any more questions for Shelley, we're running out about 2 hours and 15 minutes into the show, which has been awesome. And I can't say thank you enough to Shelley Fisher, Old Fart, New Start. So, you know, what do you think, Shelley? How was it?
Thanks, Pat, for having me. It was a lot of fun. You know, it sounds, I say this a lot. It might sound stupid, but sometimes when I hear myself talk and I go on about something, I kind of like minister to myself. You know what I mean? Like sometimes I'm not realizing, oh, wow, okay, that makes a lot more sense. You know, I kind of hear myself and I learn from myself. Thank goodness. You know what I mean? So that didn't happen tonight, but, you know, it might happen another time.
I learned a lot from you tonight. You shared a lot of good information, and I think your videos really speak to what you do. And, you know, you are awesome. It's just I fell in love with you the first couple of videos I saw.
I fell in love with you the first time that I saw you. I'm like, I am going to know this person. This is going to be my friend. I felt your heart. As soon as I saw your videos, I'm like, oh, my goodness. Immediately, you know, I just knew. And I would love when me and you and Chico meet up, I would love to do some comedy videos.
That's going to be, that'll be funny. You get me. That's the nervous Nelly. You got Chico. That's just like, rah, and then there's you, who's just all over. Man, we'd be crazy.
I would love to do some favorite segments from like some of our favorite movies. You know, I said to Chico, I said, boy, it would be really fun to do the scene in My Cousin Vinny when Marissa Tomei and Joe Pesci are on the porch. And she's like, my biological clock is ticking.
Right.
And
I liked it when she was talking about you blend, like you really blend.
like you blend.
Oh my gosh.
That's one of those movies that if I'm clicking around with the remote control and I come across it, I gotta stop and watch the whole friggin' movie.
Yeah.
Yeah, can't change. Well, anyway, I also want to thank all my subscribers. I mean, I can't believe that things have gone so quickly, but you know what? That to me is affirmation that you're doing the right thing.
Right.
When things happen so quickly, how many beautiful people who I've met through my YouTube channel, the things that they say, the things that they tell me, and I just go, wow, that is really incredible, you know? And it's come so far so quick. I'm definitely doing the right thing. You know what I mean?
Oh, no doubt. There's no doubt you are.
Yeah, I don't mean I'm doing the right thing. Okay, do the right thing, you know, be a law-abiding citizen. No, this is definitely the thing that I'm supposed to be doing. You know what I mean?
Your videos are focused on helping people acclimate into this lifestyle, and that's exactly what my channel is too. And you know, we each have our individual perspective, and it's really quite I think it's really quite fascinating when you look at the different channels, and when you look at your channel, and you know, the humor and the love and all the stuff that comes out of you is, I'll sit there watching your video, and I'll be laughing and just going. In fact, I think you called me one day when I was watching one of your videos, and I was hysterical.
Yeah, I remember. Well, I just want people to know that. Well, I think that you see it here today. This is who I am. This is it. But my videos, like I said, I do try. I want other women to look and say, "Oh wow, if she can do it, I can do it." You know.
That's
And
right.
all right, for instance today, but I've been moving my stuff into the RV last night and today, and I came across one drawer on my cabinet here that wouldn't pull. I actually went crazy. I figured out what it was, and I went to Home Depot. I got the part that I needed, and I fixed that. Okay? And I want other women to see, oh, you know what? It's just a matter of looking and seeing what has to be done.
Right.
We can do it. Okay? And sometimes you have to sit back and go, I'm not capable of that. I can't take out a radiator. You know what I mean? I can't do this. I can't do that, but I can do these things. So you do what you can. And then maybe, you know what would be nice? If one day we put together something like a real barn raising, you know, where everybody kind of met like at a quartzsite or something, and everybody worked on each other's rigs, doing the things that they could do, you know, and then we all left with 100% rigs.
Well, wouldn't that be a miracle?
That really would be a miracle. That would be fun to do.
Let me list it. Let's see what I would need. A water tank, wipers, no, carpet.
Oh, I'll help you with the carpet. I'll help you with the carpet, okay? All right, you all heard it here. I've already made my point here. I'm definitely gonna help you with that, okay?
All right, I'll help you do a first aid kit.
Oh, okay. All right, I do have one. You know? Yeah, I have some.
I'm a nurse. I don't even have a first aid kit in my rig. Isn't that crazy?
You don't?
To get one, I know. I don't know what happened to me.
Oh, I have one. It's got Band-Aids and Bacitracin ointment.
Well,
you know, a little bottle of Absolute vodka.
Yeah, there you go.
Definitely.
Now I have my martini glasses.
Ooh, and martini mix.
That's a first aid kit.
All right. Do you have any gin?
No.
Oh man, what the hell? You got the glasses. That's like having a cigarette and no matches.
Well, you know, the funny thing is that I do have all the elements to a first aid kit. I just don't have them in a nice, neat little package. That's all. Okay,
well then, by that theory, I don't have a toolbox.
There you go.
Oh boy, I don't know if I need all these tools, but you know.
Irene says a backpack. Get a backpack.
I have a backpack, but I'm not that type that wants to sift through everything. You know what I mean? I have to have it nice and laid out. That's why I was talking to somebody, and you got to get these big clear plastic bins that you can store a lot of shit in. Well, first off, I don't want a lot of shit. Okay. And second off, if I'm getting the plastic bin, it has to be like this deep, one layer, because I'm not going to be rummaging through from the top to the bottom. Okay, it's got to be right here. That's it. I got to just go like this and go, okay, here's what I need. I won't do that anymore. You know what I mean? I'm pissed off that I have my pots and pans inside my oven. Do you know? Because if I got to use that oven, I got to empty everything.
I just threw mine out.
What?
I have one pan and I have one boiling pot, and that's it.
Ooh. And that was after living in your rig. How long?
2 months.
And that's what you realized that's all you needed?
Well, I probably need more, but you know, most of the stuff I'm going to cook, I'm going to grill. I'm going to be outside. I'm not going to use an oven. Why are you going to use an oven?
This is true. Well, maybe Thanksgiving or something, you know.
Yeah.
You know. That's, you know, okay. All right. Here's what I'm telling you is that I overpacked, okay? Not one grill. I got 2 grills. What the hell do I need 2 grills for?
You can give me one when we meet up.
You got it. You got it.
There you go.
Where do you? I actually did a video, but I didn't put it up. It's called "What the hell is this thing?"
What the hell is this thing?
It was this.
That should be a whole new channel for you, Shelley.
Yeah. What the hell is
this thing? You should have all kinds of crazy music and stuff, and
ooh,
that would be fun.
Oh, you know what else I was thinking of doing? Maybe to raise some money or something, you know? I was thinking of doing a channel where I would tell people, call in and dare me to do something. I dare you to do this. Right?
That could be dangerous.
Well, maybe for the people I'm doing it to, but not for me.
You got all kinds of people over here. They're like, let's see. Kathy says, I'll take a pair of shoes. What size do you wear?
I wear.
Stella says, I dare you to pants your to I don't know, something to pants your troll.
Oh man. Well, you know, I could actually do that. I'd have to meet him in a bar and he wouldn't know that it's me, and I'd have to like let him think that he was gonna get a little homina homina. You know what I mean?
Homina.
Just would that count? Would that count in pantsing him, you know? I don't know.
I think it would.
Okay. Take a pair of shoes. What size do you wear? Oh, Kathy Manga, I wear a 9 or a 10. You're going to have to come over. Come over. Let me tell you, here's how it is. There have got to be at least 80 pairs of shoes in my garage. Okay? That does not count the pairs of shoes that were in my den that turned into my shoe room. Okay? I love shoes. And when I thrift shop, it's not, listen, I'm not like a spendthrift or a clothes horse or anything. It's not that I go out and I spend $50 on a pair of shoes and I have to negotiate with myself. I thrift shop, so it's like $3. I can't turn these down, you know? Pat, I should show you. I once bought a pair of shoes because they were so ugly. I figured nobody else would buy them, and I wanted to give them a good home.
Oh, Shelley, I think you're gonna end up being one of those RVers that collects stuff from state to state. You'll be like the hoarder of the RV world.
No, I can't do that. No, I told you I want to lighten my load. So here's what I'm going to do from now on, okay? I learned this on one of those home and garden TVs. I'm going to take pictures of things. Instead of having to possess or own them, I'm just going to take pictures of them, okay?
Thank God.
But silverware, I'm going to steal silverware. Definitely stealing silverware, especially steak knives. Yes.
You're gonna have 3 channels. You're gonna have Old Fart New Start, What the Hell is this? And I'm a hoarder. I'm an RV hoarder.
No hoarder. Getting rid of my stuff. I dare you, dare me to do it, and I'll do it. Wouldn't that be great?
I'm not. I won't.
No, that'll be my other channel. I dare you. Shelley, I dare you. Oh my God.
Shelley, I dare you.
Truth, dare. Truth, what was that game that we used to play? Oh, Madonna did a whole video on it. Truth or dare.
Yeah, she
Tell
did.
the truth or dare you, you know. Maybe I could get in touch with Madonna. We'll do it together. We'll collab. We'll do a collab, you know. We'll get Rosie O'Donnell into it and Sandra Bernhardt, you know, all her good pals. We'll bring them along. RV Fat Cat, I tell you what, never say die. Good for you, girl. Stamina. I got to meet a guy with that much stamina. Bring it. I got Shifty's hair is in my throat. That's from inhaling. You make me laugh so much, I'm inhaling deep.
Well, I've had a lot of compliments in the world. I don't know if I've ever had that one.
Oh, trust me, that's a good compliment. You made me laugh so hard I inhaled deep.
At least you don't have spaghetti coming out your nose.
Oh, I've had ginger ale come out my nose. That burns like a bitch.
Nasty.
Yeah, it is. Hey, Chef, how you doing? My
All
little
right,
boy
RV
is so
Fat
good.
Cat, I'm booting you off. Sorry, hon.
So this.
All right, so we're going to go ahead and come to a conclusion on our show. This video has been, this is going to be a great video show. Shelley, you've been an amazing guest tonight on the Nomadic Fanatics podcast. Thank you so much for spending the evening with us. I hope everybody agrees that Shelley has just been awesome. If you have not yet had an opportunity to go and look at her YouTube channel, please do so at Old Fart New Start, and that's on YouTube. Make sure you subscribe because her and I are in a competition, and I'm beating her right now.
Well, not right now. Right now, if we're going by props, I'm kicking your booty.
Yeah, I don't have a. Hey, listen, I'm just happy to have one prop.
Listen. I tried to give myself props, but it won't do it. Probation here.
Well, you prop me, I'll prop you.
Prop me
There we
first.
go. I'm propping you.
All right, I'm propping you.
There you go, baby. This feels good.
I prop faster than you. Look at that.
Oh my God.
Well, listen, this is going to be your swan song then, huh? You're out now. You're out. I'm out.
Well,
I'm out.
I'm out from the visual. I'll still be in the chat once in a while and giving people hell. So
okay. So let me ask you: is John going to get a steady host or somebody who can, you know, every once in a while, like every third week or something, do hosting stuff like that?
John, would you please come back into the room and join us?
John, get on in here.
John, come on, John. Oh no,
John.
That's not John.
That's not John. It is Weetree. Oh my goodness! You know, Shifty is getting a little bit antsy in here. When we're in here alone, you know, I take him out every so often so he can run around.
Okay.
He's attacking
now I got Fat Cat still trying to get in.
Okay.
Come on.
Well, I'll tell you what. When I go and start doing some comedy again with Angie, I'm going to do those videos. I'm going to put them up on my channel. So I hope that you guys will pop in and see me doing some comedy. And I'm really going to entertain this. What the hell is this thing? And dare me, because that would be great. Somebody's screeching their tires in my neighborhood here.
Well.
So
Shelley, thank you so much. And everybody who joined us tonight, we had a very good audience tonight, and really much appreciate everybody who was here. I'm so sorry to RV Fat Cat who was not able to come on tonight, maybe another time. And thank you to John, our founder, and thank you to Devin for her work in the chat and just the amazing support. And also, thank you to Erica, who also was a big help tonight. And looking forward to having Weetree 1 as a new off-air host as well. So anyway, thank you all so much. And Shelley, thank you so much. And you take good care now.
Oh, thank you for having me. And I will meet up with you soon. And everybody, we talk. Patrick and I talk all the time. He's just a love. And I really do mean that, Patrick. I absolutely love you. I don't know what it is about you that you have captured a part of my heart. It says Patrick on it like a tattoo. Okay?
Oh, thank you, Shelley.
Tattooed on my heart. Patrick. So don't fuck up because I don't want to have to go and get it covered up. You know what I mean? I already did.
That's right.
All
Right.
right, my love.
I wonder what it would say. I don't know.
Oh, you mean when I
If,
get it covered up?
if I disappoint, yeah.
Maybe that's what it should say. You disappointed.
Ah,
Nah. Oh, that would be horrible. Don't worry about it. Listen, I had a great time tonight. I'll talk to John in the future if he wants to use me as a host. Maybe we'll talk about that every once in a while.
that would
And
be
I love
fun.
you, and I'm so proud for you for your success that you have moved on into another. I don't want to be cliche, another chapter in your life.
Thank
Go
you.
out and carve a niche, blaze a trail. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
Okay, this is Shelley. F is her. White girl
Thanks,
out.
Shelley.
That's what I used to say. White girl out. Because I do a
Great
lot of
show.
urban jokes. All right,
Great
kids.
show.
Bye, guys.
Bye.
Bye. Bye, kids.
Bye, kids.
Bye, kids. See you soon. Be good to each other, okay?
Tell it to us like we're New Yorkers.
Get out of here. Go on. Hey, your mother.
Like your mother.